I prefer not to. Because within belief, the lie that hides in the word belief, be life. You know, and I think that belief is the problem. Why people go to war in Islam, or go to war in Christianity, or go to war in... And well, what about in the communist, capitalist thing that I was involved in Angola in 1987, in war there? Why are we...
Your live stream's gone down, John, just let us know.
All right, mate, thank you, John. Bye.
Well, no, it's back on. I'm on. And I just put it back on.
There might have been some of that then, but this was South African Defence Force supporting Jonas Savimbi, the rebel leader, the terrorist, if you're on the other side.
I mean, the next generation of that was exactly that. I know Simon Matt.
I know someone who was with them.
So I know what they were doing bad things for bad people.
For money.
For money.
For money. And you know, if I'm a really wealthy guy, and I can afford to buy, you know, an imprint.
Yeah, so, oh God, sorry. So sorry guys, it's so hot here, my phone shut down because of temperature. So I've just managed to cool it down and put a shelter over me. Harry's having a good conversation here, great conversation going on here. Yeah. All right, buddy. Well, he calmed down and...
Yeah, well, if you talk to him nice, you know.
Oh, no, he came straight out and just insulted everybody.
Really? Well, you know, it gets triggering, you know.
Yeah, no, he didn't come out and talk nice. Yeah, no, that was good. That was, Dave managed to get him to calm down. Yeah.
So it's 100 miles from here.
Yeah, I could do with a big umbrella, I could. That's what I could do with. Why didn't I bring one? That's silly. I've got an umbrella in the car and I forgot it.
Mathematics has to work small scale and large scale. We're told gravity. It's a theory of gravity.
Alright, fair enough.
Well, look at that, right? That's what, when you put up your bar, it stays level like that, right? That follows the contours like the bottom of the ocean. This here, you can't work that way, can it?
Very small second,
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, like, I can see that this is closed when I look at the time.
I get what you're saying. If you look at a little
That's a
section,
very small bit of it. Like, it would be very slight, but it would be, I wouldn't be able to see it.
No, so far as at the bottom of the ocean, it's all sort of ridges and crevices and everything else. The water's going to sink to that level, and I'll tell you what, anyway, you go to sort of like a lake. You go to the lake, and the bottom is not perfectly level, is it? It's all over those place. Basically, the lake fills up, or there's a rock or anything, and it goes level at the top. And the thing is, if you go down the coast, we've done it before, we go down the coast, you get like a bit of 2x2, and you have it like about 6 or 7 feet long, and put it there, next to the horizon. Even with that distance, you should see a little bit.
Got a spare hat in the bag if you'd like to wear that.
Yeah, it's just for the camera.
Oh, okay.
What was happening? But yeah, I mean, is it what, like a cap or?
It's a bit like, it's a bit floppy, but if you'd like it.
Yeah, mate, I mean, if it can shade this a little bit, then that's what I'm looking for.
I've got my keys out.
Nah. Yeah, I was thinking of, it might just help. Lovely one, thank you. Is that the front, is it?
Yeah, you look beautiful.
Ah, that's great. That's all I need, just a little bit. Thank you.
What I do is, when you get over there,
Yeah.
right at the fork in the road.
Right, already? Right, you have to see what I look like. I've got myself a hat. Yeah, so we lost the stream there because of it is so hot here, and my phone the I've got a sign on a message on there saying the temperature's too hot.
Spirit level when they're going along, they turn out of the car. How come we've been going now for about 10 or 15 miles and my spirit level and say, oh no, it's just going to readjust itself. It can't possibly. When you're a spirit level, you go like that, it's going to move, isn't it? If you're up, you go at 37,000 feet, and you're flying straight. You see where I'm coming from? Surely if you're following the globe of the Earth, it's going to...
I think what the good news is that I mean, over a very, very long period of time, you're gradually sort of adjusting at the same rate.
And do they?
That's what we're told, do they?
Yeah, do they?
They have to dip their nose every 5 miles. They're going to have to be dipping their nose. But if you ask any pilot, any honest pilot, we've had pilots in our community, right? There's one in the Netherlands. She got pushed out of her job. She was a co-pilot, and they turned around and said to her, "Oh, we're putting you on desk work now because you were on a YouTube channel saying like oh no, they don't sort of like count for any dip of the earth."
Yeah.
And there's other pilots that come out as well. She's not alone. Other pilots are now coming out.
And like autopilot doesn't do that either. But it's good that you're thinking. Yeah.
You're starting to think. Now, another thing as well, like, there's experiments come out in the last couple of years, like the sextant only works, right? If it's over water, over land or anything, right? With flat horizontal plane, vertical plane, it works in straight lines. It can't follow. It don't work on the curve of the earth. You can ask anyone, go to one of these universities and say to them, like, how does a sextant work? And they say, they're likely impossible. Black swan experiment is demolished like the globe. Absolutely. If anyone wants definitive proof, when you get a sort of look up, Nathan Oakley. If you go on Nathan Oakley's channel,
This channel here.
they have it on there all the time. They have people go on there and kind of sort of like debunk him, and basically the sextant experiment has completely demolished it.
There's some great questions there, amazing questions. If anyone can answer them, can you answer any of them? There's not one science boff in here that could answer any of them. Not one.
I don't know the distance to the sun.
Yeah. Well, any evidence of the distance to the sun?
I mean, there's all sorts of evidence.
Is there?
Right?
Oh, sorry. Off.
Gravity.
Okay. Like what?
Well, I mean, it's a force that explains why.
Drop it. So is that the bending of time and space, or was that two masses being attracted to each other? What was that?
Well, according to our best theory, it's to do with the way that time and space is bent. Yeah.
So that's the current theory.
Yeah.
I mean, because they started looking into other things now. But could there be another reason? Could it be just the fact that it's heavier than the air around it? Could it be just that it's more dense than Because if I had a helium balloon, it's not going to form.
It is because it's more dense.
So what happened with a helium balloon? What would happen with gravity?
The only reason why density matters is because of gravity. When something is
gravity that you can't prove. You're
I
going
don't-
round in
I
a
don't know
circle
what-
there.
I don't know what you mean when you say that you can't prove it.
Well, no one has proved it. That's it. This guy here, Henry Cavendish, he's probably about the only person that's ever supposedly proved it. But these experiments have to be repeatable and falsifiable, and you can't repeat that. It doesn't work. No mass has ever been.
There are many more experiments that have been done to prove gravity.
I thought so. Couldn't find any.
Well, Einstein's theory of general relativity predicted the perihelion of Mercury. It repeated Mercury slightly deviated orbit compared to the other ones in the Newtonian model. It predicted a solar eclipse. It predicted gravitational waves, which we observed a few years ago. And this is all
So
on
it's
top
predicted
of,
gravitational waves.
Yeah.
What you mean, like through LIGO and that? Okay, but again, can we prove that? That's what it's picking up. We don't know that it's picking up gravitational waves.
Can I ask you something? You say,
Okay.
So you're saying, you're asking me what the proof is for gravity, and,
I am.
and you're saying we've not proven gravity. What would it mean, from your perspective? What would it mean for us to prove gravity? Like, what would have to happen in order for you to say that?
Well, no.
gravity
I mean, it's not me that's making that claim. Someone else is making the claim. That gravity exists. So I can't get you to prove to me because you can't prove to me. But can it not just be relative density. The fact that, you know, like...
It is. Well, it is relative density.
So exactly, because I mean, like, you know, as a kid, I mean, like a helium balloon, you know, like if I let go, where's it going to go? It's going to rise, isn't it? Helium balloon.
Yes, but
It's as simple as that, isn't it? Not. Why are you overcomplicating it with?
Can we circle back to that?
Well, let's go to Sir Isaac Newton then. Sorry, it's a bit noisy. I can barely hear you. Sorry.
So I ask you, what would have to happen in order for you to say that we've proven gravity? I realize you're not making the claim that we've proven gravity, but you are making the opposite claim. You're saying we haven't.
Yeah.
And I think in order for that to have any meaning, you know, your claim that we haven't.
Well, you
proven
could just
gravity,
say anything, and then ask me to prove it for you. I mean, like.
No, I'm not asking you to prove it for me. I'm asking you to tell me what it would mean from your perspective for us to prove it. Like, what would I have to say to you in order for you to turn around and say, oh, okay, actually, fair enough, how you proved it, you know? Like, what is a proof?
Okay. Oh, I see.
Because I'm saying to you, like, you know, there's some evidence right there.
What that I know, but like, okay, I can just say that's magic, isn't it? Because you can't show me any physical thing that's happening.
Look at that. No matter what way I tilt it, that is like a spirit level. It always finds its level everywhere. And so size it.
Well, I mean, for me, it's, you know, like when you talk about, you've told me that there's, you know, like I'm.
So when something is dense, it means that there's more mass in the same area, right? And it's the mass that does the attracting, according to the theory of gravity. So the reason why something being dense matters whether it falls down or not is precisely because of the gravitational force. It's not an alternative explanation to relative density.
But you keep putting in them words like gravitational force, but you're still not evidencing that. You know, you're putting in words, and you might as well just say hocus pocus. You know, like you might as well just say, you know, this magic potion words.
I mean,
you're stuck. I know.
Well, no, I don't. So I'm describing a theory which makes certain predictions, and I'm showing you that those predictions are verified, and you're still saying to me that there's no proof. So I don't know what would be
because you're just saying, oh, it's gravity that's doing it. You still keep going back in a circle and saying it's gravity that's pulling it down. Yeah, exactly. How can we prove it? That's it.
This doesn't. This
magic.
You're making it doesn't just apply to gravity. It applies to literally any claim you can make about anything, right? Because, you know, I can always make a claim, you know, I can have a theory and it makes a prediction and I show you that the prediction is true. You can always put the same figure
but you can do a scientific experiment, can't you? And you can repeat it and falsify it and all of that. But, yeah, you can do that. But can you prove gravity? This guy is the only person that I know that's ever tried to prove gravity. I mean, if you could evidence somebody else that has proved gravity without just writing maths down, because I mean, like you can invent any maths.
I just gave you 3 examples a second ago of proofs of gravity, which came about way after this guy died.
And that was who was that? Who did that?
Well, there are 3. I mean, all of the proofs came from Einstein's theory of general relativity. I don't know which people were involved in actually doing the experiments.
Okay.
But the first.
The bending of time and space.
That's the theory.
So if we go back before time was invented, before that we made this construct of time. So we go back. It never applied further on back then, because that we didn't. If we go back before man invented time, before man invented time, did the bending of time and space, special relativity, that didn't work then?
No, it did. I mean,
it still worked.
Have a name for something for it to exist. That's just like you saying to me.
But how do you get your maths?
Where do you get your maths from?
Your formulation? If we go back before time was invented. Where does that come into it? Because when you apply special relativity and you've got a formula, or there was formulas and that, and it was built on some sort of maths, yeah. And I bet you, I don't know, but I bet you that time was written down as part of that formula. Okay, so remember, formula is a man-made construct. We've invented that.
Yeah, in some way, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, if we go back before time was invented,
yeah,
special relativity wasn't a thing, didn't work.
I think you're confusing two things.
Am I?
You're confusing our name for something versus the thing itself, right? Like it's true that formulas are a social concept. They're things that are constructed by us, right?
Okay.
But that doesn't mean that the formulas don't describe anything. I mean, words, English words,
right.
They're also constructed by us. Right?
Yeah.
The sun, that's just an English word that didn't exist.
Point. So I was trying to get to that. So what I'm saying is that this special relativity, this relativity.
I didn't say that.
But it's a theory, though, isn't it?
It is
special relativity. So someone's kind of Einstein invented special relativity. He's come up and he's put this equation down. He's written up I don't know how big is his work, but all I'm saying is it's still his story, isn't it? It's what he's written, and it's been agreed by others, but not everyone. About 200 scientists that actually disagreed with everything that he wrote about that. So it's not agreed by everybody.
I think there was some disagreement possibly before the first predictions were verified in 1918, but I think ever since then it's really been there's not been a lot of falling out in the physics community over relativity.
Okay.
There's been more argument over quantum theory, but relativity really not so much.
Right. But that's where it's moved on now, isn't it? Gravity now? I thought it has moved into quantum.
Even 100 years ago, it was accepted very quickly. Maybe you're right. So he came up with the theory in 1915. Maybe there was some initial disagreement. I don't know, but I know at least very soon after there was the first empirical tests of it. Scientists were very quick to agree with that one.
So we went from Sir Isaac Newton and that was again two masses being attracted to each other. That's never been proven. Okay, two masses being attracted to each other. You disagree, but if I just ask for some evidence or someone, where can I look to see this evidence?
I'm claiming.
You're dropping, but I know, but and I said that. Well, my reason for that is
Right. So the problem that you're identifying is that when we've got a phenomenon, when we've got a bit of data like that.
Yeah.
There exist multiple different explanations for the same piece of data. So I say gravity, you say something else like magic or whatever it is.
Yes,
right?
okay.
And that's true. That's a massive problem, right? In general, the data we observe, our perceptions, they don't determine what the correct theory is. There are different theories.
So how can we determine who's right?
But I agree with you that this is a massive problem, but the key thing that I'm saying is it's not specific to gravity. This goes for any theory, any claim that you could make, right?
I agree.
Data in general is not sufficient to determine what
I agree, and that's why they tricked everybody in school and say, oh no, we now have a scientific theory, which is more than
a spinning ball.
Sorry.
Don't be ridiculous.
Yeah.
No, but this is where I disagree. So I agree in general that the data that we see, it doesn't completely determine what's true. You can always think of other explanations like magic.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that some explanations are not better than others. So the magic explanation is consistent with that data, but it wouldn't lead you to make accurate new predictions for experiments that haven't been done. Whereas our best scientific theories do, and that's why we accept them as more or less fact.
That's what I'm just saying. So you accept them as more or less fact, but again, that doesn't mean to say that it is fact. But you're just accepting it as a fact.
It's by far a better candidate for what the facts are than this magic explanation.
No, yeah, I wasn't suggesting at all it was magic, by the way. No. I was more saying that it was density and buoyancy. That kind of explains relative density and buoyancy. That explains your all falling.
Okay, but even that, right? That explanation in terms of relative density. I mean, as I was saying a second ago, this is actually part of the theory of gravity in a way.
Yeah.
If you just take the relative density thing and don't talk about gravity, I don't think this is going to, or has led anybody to make accurate predictions for experiments that haven't been done yet. And that's where the relative density explanation differs from the gravity explanation.
Okay.
The gravity explanation has led to the accurate predictions of things we haven't observed yet, such as the solar eclipse in 1918, for example.
Okay. Can I show you one thing here before you go? Because when it comes to education, it seems like you're so much more brighter than me. Education. Now, it doesn't mean to say that I think that your critical thinking is as good as mine. I don't know. We'll see. But this is a channel. I don't know if you've come across them. It's the Flat Earth Debate with Nathan Oakley there. This is his channel here. If you've got your phone, please take a picture.
I don't have a phone.
Okay, Nathan Oakley and Nathan Oakley 1980. But if you put Nathan Oakley in YouTube, chances are you're going to get the Flat Earth Debate. These are what they ask everybody. Anyone who comes on the show, they ask them any of these questions.
One about evidence of gravity.
Okay. So, are they tough questions, or should they be answered easily? Or
I mean, so I'm not going to be able to remember enough specifics, but I know that the ancient Greeks actually managed to calculate the Earth's radius. Pretty
circumference. It's like Aristophanes.
And radius, yeah.
Okay.
They're related.
But again, can we prove that? Because I looked up like Aristophanes and I tried to find some history on them, and it kind of stops, and you can't find any record of Aristophanes ever coming up with these claims. It kind of stops.
I think you can. I've studied them.
What, Aristophanes?
Actually, no. To be fair, I don't know whether it's Aristophanes.
Yeah, it might be someone else.
But I did.
But can we? Because I was going to say this guy here in the blue. He says something quite poignant to me. He says the winners write the history books. There's a famous quote about victors and that write the history book. So like, how can we trust what it is that we're presented with?
Yeah.
So these are, as I say, they're questions. Any evidence to the distance to the sun? And we ask people to, can you cite that evidence? And how do you come about it? So you know the distance to the sun, do you?
I know it's 8 light minutes.
Is it 8 light minutes? So you know that part. I don't know that part, but I know it's claimed to be 93 million miles away, with kind of like no satisfactory explanation on how they got to that answer. Any evidence of Earth-based axial rotation?
Any evidence of Earth-based axial rotation?
Yeah.
Sorry, what does that mean exactly?
Earth-based axial rotation. So basically, is Earth moving, or is the stars above us, are they moving? And obviously, I mean, it should be Earth moving, shouldn't it? But is any evidence about that? And we're looking at scientific evidence. We're not talking about pictures from the ISS or something.
So there is evidence.
Okay.
That I can cite. I mean, I don't think you're going to like it.
Go on.
Okay. So the relevant thing here, I guess, is the fact that the sun rises and falls, right, and so the position the stars rotate. We're asking about whether that's
Question: how does weather explain seasons and night and day situation?
Very easily. But let me talk to this gentleman, but very easy.
So the relevant question is whether it's the sun that's actually moving around the Earth, or whether it just looks that way because the Earth is rotating.
Yeah.
For a long time people thought that the sun was rotating around the Earth. But then there was Copernicus who suggested that we could have simpler models of planetary motion if the sun was in the center. People found this pretty compelling, but then I guess a point where we had really, really strong evidence of this was when Newton came up with his theory of gravity, which involves a couple of very simple equations, and it predicted the motion of the planets with an unprecedentedly high level of accuracy. So
Okay.
by making the assumption that the sun is at the center of the Earth, which implies that the Earth must be revolving around it. By making that assumption, he was able to make much more accurate predictions for our observations than other people were. And so if you want to explain the success of those predictions, then it's natural to assume that the underlying assumption is.
So that was back then,
true.
but can you evidence it now? Can you prove it?
Can I personally prove it?
Yeah.
Well,
can
no,
we prove it?
I'm not an astronomer, but I think that's a bit of an
I'm not point scoring you on the street. I mean, I'm just challenging you on a few things.
I mean, I think so. It's definitely true that there's an enormous amount of stuff that I believe that I have not personally proven myself.
Okay.
But I think this is inevitable, right? I mean, there's.
I know, but you probably haven't tried. You probably, I mean, we're only talking about 9 questions there. I mean, so you probably haven't tried to think about any of them. Probably not seen them questions.
I can't necessarily complete a detailed proof myself, but I can give you an indication as to how it is that these things are proved. I mean, I just did, so.
Okay. It'd be interesting. As I say, this is Nathan Oakley's channel, and he invites anyone to come on with their evidence.
Yeah.
Invites anybody. But take a deep breath when you go on there, because it's tough. Because we've seen many a scholar go on that program, and they fail. They do fail. Is there anything there that you're pretty sure that you can prove?
Well, I see people have met on this has been brilliant. Yeah, to be honest with you, I've learned a lot, even watching you.
And we talked about gravity. Any evidence of the vacuum of space, gas pressure without a container? Can we have gas pressure without a container?
I mean, there's a huge number of hypotheses from astronomy, astrology, and astrophysics.
I mean, isn't that how we get gas pressure though? Isn't that how you get gas pressure? That it needs to be contained.
What? I'm confused. What?
So I mean, if I put a bottle top on there and sorry, number 5. Number 5.
Gas pressure without.
So, can we do that on Earth?
I mean, I guess
is it something that we can create on Earth?
There's air pressure. Right?
Yeah, and
the air pressure.
Okay.
Container.
I mean, is it something that we can create? That's what we're told, that right now, we've got air pressure, so, but we've got a vacuum of space up there with nothing in between. So is that something that we can demonstrate? Is it something that we can, is it a particular experiment that we can try? Can we create gas pressure without a container? Is that possible?
I mean, it's an interesting point that you get air pressure without any containment above, but I guess it's to do with gravity. Because gravity is pulling it down, so it kind of serves a similar role.
But so, I mean, I don't know if you know how violent the vacuum of space is meant to be up there, or is it like 10 torr or something? And I mean, basically, any down here, gravity's not strong enough to hold down that amount of vacuum. No, not really. That's something for you to ponder, to consider. Would you go on that show and you can swap? You can swap beforehand, and I mean, because he reads the questions out before every show, so listen to what he says, make some notes. You can swap to your heart's content, and put a few hours into it and all that, and then present yourself on that show. Say, I spoke to Jason at Cambridge, and I've got some answers for you. Would you consider that?
Yeah, yeah.
And you can have as many pals with you as you want, as long as you don't all talk at once. It's got to be you. But you can have a chat with somebody.
Yeah, it sounds nice. I think I'll probably pass.
Oh no! Don't say that. Because you're talking to just like me on the street, and like your education and some of it will just go over the top of my head. But these guys, they can really challenge you, and that's what surely that's what you want. You want to be challenged, surely,
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's been very nice chatting to you.
Yeah, it has been good.
I should.
Just remember, Nathan Oakley,
Okay.
Flat Earth Debate, YouTube.
Cool. All right. Cool.
Nice
Have a
talking
good
to you.
one.
Cheers. Thank you. It's a shame. I might have frightened him off, Nathan. Oh, that's a shame because. Sorry, rather, your banner may have frightened him off. He pondered a few of it. He's got some answers on gravity and that, but I'll let you guys decipher that. What all that means, I'm sorry, it just goes over the top of my head. I can't challenge him on a lot of the stuff, but he seems educated. But as far as I'm concerned, it comes with not much evidence, just a lot of beliefs, and yeah, nice, respectful lad. Yeah, nice conversation. So I need another drink. It's a hot day. I'm trying to keep this phone out the shade, in the shade, out the shade, out of the sun. Need someone to give me. We're missing someone. That's a shame. I'll tell you what, while this is going on for a second, they're having a quick chat. Let's just quick say hello to Lisa, because I've left her. Say hello to Lisa. She's right around the corner. Now, I feel as though we've neglected her. But she's miles away. Well, she's not. She's just round the corner. It was absolutely hectic, busy before, so tendency. Yeah. A lot of people won't get it. You're gonna have to spell it out to them. Yeah.
So the whole point of the story is that the emperor is sold by this tailor, and such fine material that nobody can see the material except from the little boy that was born here. But the point is that it's the boy that is like innocent and can just see through the intellectual ear. That points out the emperor's hands over the boy's eyes because she doesn't want him to see. But everybody else is pretending that the emperor is wearing clothes because they've been told that you can only see these clothes if you're intelligent.
Yeah.
So they think if they can't see these clothes, they must be stupid.
Yeah.
So the emperor must know he's wearing no clothes when he looks in the mirror, but he's like, shit, I don't want people to think I'm stupid. So he just parades himself down the street naked. And so it's the boy that starts laughing first, and then all the others start to get it. And that's kind of what we are. We're the little boys.
We're the little boys. Very good. So, give me a time period. When do you think this is done?
I'm just going to keep going.
Are you? All right.
I
Okay.
mean, I've managed to draw almost 4 characters. 1, 4.
Okay.
There's not more to go.
I will pop down a little bit later and say hello. No problem. I will see you a little bit later. All right. Take care. Well, there you go. There's Lisa. It's a shame she's all the way over here. She started a little bit too early and there wasn't really a good space for us here. But there you go. She's got a cold bottle of water. All right. This is Cambridge, guys. This is land of the educated. I didn't say land of the intelligent or the critical thinker. No, not when you look like that. No. Right. Yeah, my phone keeps overheating, guys, so I'm facing the sun, so let me just make sure that I'm protecting it. Right, what's going on here? Right. Oh, and we've got another surprise coming soon on Leeds and Preston. We got someone visiting us, so I'm really looking forward to that. No, I'm not going to tell you. Oh, right, to give my bottle away to Lisa, so let me grab another bottle. 1 second, sorry guys. Yep, sorry, just needed to take me bottle off me, me top off me bottle.
You're an architect, right? Can I tell you something? Do you know in China there's a bridge that's 100 miles long? Right, an architect, 100 miles long, right? Now, over that 100 miles, there's got to be, if we live on a globe, there's got to be a hump there, isn't there? In the middle, there's got to be a hump. There's got to be a big hump of water where that's over 100 miles. There's got to be a bulge there.
So the bulges on the belt would be 100 miles, would be 6,669.
The big scale of the world, that would be...
Half it up, mate. It's only got a space there in the vacuum.
It's not that, because using the calculator, using the Earth curvature calculator, there has to be a hump.
6,669 feet.
There you go. So in the middle of that bridge, it's got to be, you've got to be, say for argument's sake, if I drove, it's 100 miles long, let's say it's exactly 100 miles long, and I drove 50 miles, I'd have to stand in the middle of that bridge, and if I had a camera out with a telephoto lens, I'd look, and I've got to see a drop in that bridge, haven't I? Because that's what they're telling me. NASA are telling me that. So if I stand in the middle, so I'll tell you what, if I win the lottery, I'm going to go to China, and I'm going to do the Euro million, it's 191 million or whatever now. If I stand in the middle of that bridge, and I look that way, or I turn around and look that way, with my Nikon P1000 camera, and I'll put it on maximum zoom, I'll see a drop in it, because I'm right in the middle of that bridge, aren't I? You understand where I'm coming from?
So it should be a 3,000 drop on either side.
There should be a 3,000.
Like, for example, in a long...
Go fund me. We're going to get you there.
I've got to see a drop in that.
Do a GoFundMe to get there.
But yeah, for example,
I'm in the middle of that bridge.
You're going to that bridge.
No, we don't see it. Do you know we've been down to the coast and we have bits of straight wood that are sort of like meters and meters long. Now even just if it's sort of like say 2 or 3 meters long, and you put it up to sort of like the known horizon that we can see, you've got to see a drop, because from one side to the other is probably about 10 miles. Even if there's a deviation of that much, they've got to see that little drop. It has to, because that's what we've been told.
Yeah. That's why we're challenging this.
That's why we're
We see
challenging.
too far.
We want these people in here, we want all these people in here to come out and say to us, right, here we go, we do it down Imperial College in Hyde Park. This is the reason why. And so, that's fine, that's fine, they haven't done it. They could just contradict us.
Yeah.
We want a definitive evidence, and it's not there because it's not there. If they had it now, this would all be over. All these people, this guy here, like, I've been watching him for years. He's been doing it for years. He's had university professors on his show. He's had scientists, a lot. And all they do is just come out and let them mumbo.
And they can't answer these. That guy that I was speaking to, I don't know if you've seen that guy that I was speaking to. He's really educated, you know, knew his stuff. He failed on that one, on them. Just can't answer.
Those are questions like, for example, like I would say a common person that doesn't know much about like.
But we're just ordinary people.
Yeah.
But you look into the issue, into the subject. I have them, for example, so I
No, of course.
Okay.
Of course.
Yeah. Fantastic. All we're asking you, sir, is to open up your mind and look into it a little bit. I mean, say for argument's sake, they turn around and say to you, you're an architect now, oh, we want you to go and do a bridge in Portugal, we both love Portugal, I know you're coming there. And you're going to sort of like design that bridge. Are you going to turn out to your boss, if it's sort of like, say, 30 miles long, you're going to say, how comes it's straight all the way? It can't be, because there's an Earth calculation there of the curvature, and you haven't allowed for that. So, you know, say to them, hang on a minute, boss, how come this? We live on a globe. See?
Okay, question. Then how do we explain? So, I'm gonna take like a real example here.
Okay.
I've been to Japan.
Right.
Okay. I flew from Portugal to Japan, and the flight took me like it's around 11 hours. 11 hours plus another 1.5 after you stop. And when we take then, unless you're going to tell me that time zones are real as well, because if you look at it, like
None of the flight routes work on a globe, love. None of them. None of the flight. Listen, we've had people, right, that have literally looked into it, and all the flight routes only work on a flat plane. It's like, just recently, right, when about 2 or 3 years ago, there was a woman that was pregnant, right? She was pregnant somewhere, and she was having a baby on a plane, right? I mean, like you, when you have your children, you might have some, don't you?
From Taiwan to Los Angeles.
Yes, and anyway, on a globe, they would have gone like that. And on a flat Earth map, it was all a straight line. So, because the thing is, we all know that. You've been an architect, you know that. What's the closest distance between 2 points? It's a straight line, isn't it? We all know that. I mean, I'm not an architect, but I know that. The thing is, why would you? The thing is, you've got to burn up sort of like jet fuel, which is might be another sort of like. Another fallacy, right? Why are you gonna sort of like when you want to go from there to there? Why are you gonna go like that? Have a dog tooth? It doesn't make sense.
And they had to make emergency landing for this pregnant woman.
Yeah.
And when where they stopped was like
Alaska it was,
Alaska.
yeah.
Why stop there when you could have stopped?
So the thing
I don't
is,
know where the flight was coming from.
It was coming from Taiwan and it was going to Los Angeles. And of course, when this emergency cropped up,
It's flying the Pacific.
they did. I mean, it kind of shows you on that one, like on this one. So you can see, you know, like it was coming from Taiwan.
Get down and look at this. Look at them flight routes. How they don't make sense.
Yeah, but we can't forget that on a round, like a globe Earth on a two-dimensional paper, it's not going to have the same distance.
Yes, but hang on a minute.
Because if you
You've still
look
got
at
that
it.
side of that globe, haven't you? You've still got.
But my question was about time. Okay?
Yes.
Because the thing is, if the Earth isn't like a globe and it isn't rotating, as it's saying, like when I took off from Portugal, went from Portugal to Japan, the time difference. So, like, then from there, plus 11 hours, plus the time zone difference, was larger than when I came back. Because to that side, the Earth is rotating to that side, so you're following along the rotation of the Earth. And then coming back to Portugal, you're going against it. So basically, you end up doing it in less hours, because the time zone, you know what I mean?
So against the rotation, or against or wind and that.
If we take the idea of Earth as a globe.
Yeah, but are we saying?
Portugal is here.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, and then you're going to Japan.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
If the Earth is rotating,
Yeah.
spinning, whatever.
Yeah,
you call
yeah.
it, if you're going that way to Japan, you're following the rotation of the Earth.
Yeah.
And the same goes for the hours,
So what
the time zone.
So what you're suggesting, which do you remember the Hindu?
No, I'm not suggesting.
No.
I'm asking like how then do we
Okay.
explain the fact that,
Okay.
for example, when I left Portugal,
Yeah.
let's say at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
and then you had 11 hours of
Yeah,
the flight.
I get that.
You know, plus and then okay, those 8 hours plus the 11, then you have to do the time difference.
So what you're saying is
And
that
then when coming back,
yeah,
it seemed like the flight was a lot
yeah.
shorter
I get that.
because
I get that.
the Earth is. You
So
know,
it'd be like you
coming on
getting
that
in
way.
it'd be like you getting in a helicopter right now. I'm just hovering 100 feet and waiting 24 hours. Would you?
Because the Earth's moving, isn't it?
Because the Earth's moving below you. That's what you just said.
No, yeah, but then. So you're saying that. Because then you're saying that the flat circle is still rotating.
No, we're not saying that at all. We're not saying that at all.
Then how do we?
But you know yourself.
Time
But you
differences
know
on
yourself.
the
If I hover a drone or something right above our head and leave it there 24 hours, you know Earth is going to spin 24 hours, 2,400 miles below it. You know that's not going to happen, don't you? That drone's going to stay there.
You know the Coriolis
Well, the
effect?
Hindenburg, they tested it, didn't they?
Sorry, when you sort of like fly sort of like a missile or something, like no military has come along and said they account for the Coriolis effect. So take one would say, see that tower over there? Say it was like, I don't know, they got missiles now that could go sort of like about a mile or so. They'd have to account for that. They'd have to sort of like put it over there to counteract the curve of the Earth.
100 miles. 100 miles line of sight.
So basically, they don't account for it. Or a high velocity rifle.
I think we're thinking like two different dimensions of the time, which is the rotating on itself, which is a huge.
Because there's so many parameters though.
And then talking about a missile that's
Yeah.
going to take like seconds.
Yeah.
While the Earth takes like
It still has to,
24
no, what I'm saying is, if it's spinning 1,000 miles at the equator, they still got to account. Say for argument's sake, I'm in like the Congo or something, right near the equator, you're spinning 1,000 miles an hour, and I'm shooting sort of like, say, towards the globe, North Pole. I've got to account for like that spin because it's moving at 1,000 miles an hour, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you ever come across Felix Baumgartner, the Red Bull Challenge, where he goes up into? You've not seen that, where he jumps off.
He come out of the rocket or something, didn't they?
So he went up so high, and Earth. It took him about 3 hours. You know, like to jump free fall all the way back down to Earth. It took him about 3 hours.
I've been skydiving.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So
You can see like the old,
not a
not
a
curvature of everything.
really.
When you, I've been like
I'd love to see.
5,000 kilometers.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. Did you take a photograph of it?
Do you really think I took my phone and have to like
I don't know. Yeah, well, I've seen photographs before.
It's like you're very intelligent young lady with. Do you think you might have thought you said a curvature?
Because lots of.
I'm not gonna like step on my feet and like say, yeah, no, you know it's this and that, because I don't have the knowledge, I don't have the credentials for that.
Yeah.
I just know that we are still too young as a fisherman, and we still have a lot to learn, and that there's actually nothing that is completely. I would say both ideas still have a long way to go, because there's a lot of contradictions in both sides.
This is the thing, you have to do it.
And I just think
that they've got more contradiction on their side because they've got to come along and tell us. And so far, in 8 or 9 years, we've been doing this, right? And they haven't come along and told us the reason. All these things, like what Nathan does, right? We want someone to come along and say that the reason is 1, 2, blah 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 blah, all the way down to number 8, right, number 9. This is the reason. That's the reason. That's the reason. You understand? So the thing is, what I'm saying
Right,
is,
no, that's fair
if
enough.
if it's so simple, why don't you just come along and tell us?
Yeah.
I mean, listen, we're not mathematicians, we're not physicists, but we want them to come along and say to us, these are all the reasons why, and why don't they just do it? You took, I mean, listen, as a sort of like, I've never met you before, like, you're a lovely young lady, I wish I was about 20 years old. I'm just saying, like, you understand where we're coming from? We want these people in all these universities to come and tell us the reason why, and they don't. There must be a reason for that. Do you think they're too aloof that they don't want to do it? They just think, oh, well, like they're wrong and we're right, and that's it, maybe. You've got to question everything. We're just questioning what we're being told.
We'll leave them alone.
if it was
Interesting.
so wrong,
They can say what they like.
with this idea, like, for everyone's like,
Because we all just believe what we're being told. We all went to school and we take it as fact, but most of us don't look into it.
We've got to be very careful turning towards the sun because, yes, otherwise we'll overheat again.
One fruit, one vegetable, anyone.
Harry's over here having the conversation. He hasn't got his camera out though. Mr. Dave Mannell's having a interesting conversation.
We don't have a skin on this globe. The only thing in nature that has no skin. Oranges, apples, pears, grapes.
That's, Right.
to make it illusion. So if you're
Yeah, so it's very busy. Great spot this is. Absolutely great spot. Probably lots of people resting. An amazing spot.
Because equalization is the law of thermodynamics unless you have a firm and fixed and unbroken containment. So we have a thing called a vacuum chamber here on Earth. It's a massive vacuum chamber. Guess what? We never put a man inside it.
All right, they've just started looking at the flat Earth side.
Because we're inside.
Let's see if we can have a chat. That's what I was waiting for. Yes, please take some photographs. Oh, sorry, I've just kicked chalk right on. Yeah.
I'm a confirmed conspiracy theorist. I've studied this for about 15 years. So
Have you?
I know exactly where you're coming from, and the fact that we have been lied to in many.
So a lot of this you get immediately, and
There's a few things
that you have not come across.
Like I said, I've only, since I met him, which was about 4 years ago.
Yeah, I've only recently come across a few things. It really opened my eyes.
First time you said a few things, you waited till we've been going out a while, didn't you?
Yeah.
You said something, and I thought,
Yes.
I sort of laughed and thought, I'll give him the
I'll
benefit
show you a
of the
flat
doubt.
Earth video.
But I'm quite open-minded, so I will watch things and listen to people.
My friend Harry over there, he actually asks lots of people, like on a scale of 1 to 10, how open-minded are you? So where would you say you are? And where would I can guess where you are?
I'd say we're, but I'm a you can try and
You're there. You're there.
I will listen.
So you're listening. Yeah,
and then
good.
I will make up my own mind
Awesome.
based on the evidence. I'm very logical and very...
Because I think, was it before I got involved in all of this and that, let's say 5 years ago, if you'd asked me that, I think I would have been saying, oh yeah, I'm about a 7 or 8. And then if you challenge me later on, you'll probably find out I'm about a 3.
I've noticed actually most people in our church are the only people that I know that also know about this stuff, and I think again it's that level of open-mindedness.
Yes.
I think to sort of embrace religion, again you've got to be open-minded in the first place to even listen.
And the ability to just ask questions.
Yes, exactly. And I think that's why there's that commonality in that most of the people we know about this are also not.
Yeah. So you've been studying this for about how many years?
I got into Alex Jones about 15 years ago.
Okay.
And
Personally, I think he's a bit shouty. I don't like Alex Jones. He's being a bit shouty, but
yeah, like the Federal Reserve and
listen to some of the others.
So you got onto that.
Operation Mockingbird.
Right. Okay.
The media being taken over by CIA.
Yeah.
Thing is, once you
Eric
start
Dubay, I've
looking,
watched tons of his videos.
Wow.
there
Okay.
is so much evidence. There's so many things. I mean, just thinking down to like we were talking about the election thing and how people can say that election was genuine and it wasn't. When you look at the evidence, there's so much evidence. It's just a bit
I'm keeping my camera off you. Are you? Am I okay to swing it round, or you're okay? Because I just find the microphone's there, so the microphone always catches you. But everyone's wondering, like these two sound great. Like why can't we see them?
I mean, we just talked as well about the space thing, like, again, when you look at some of the evidence from NASA, and I've seen images of the globe where you can tell it's photo, like I do Photoshop, so you can tell it's close.
Right.
And so once you
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Once you know it's all photoshopped.
Yes.
They do it.
No.
And again, I don't know if people can doubt it because we look at what we see on films, which we know is fake.
Yeah.
And if they can make that look as real as they do now,
Yeah.
why could the rest of it not be?
I mean, there's some of those space station videos with the astronauts where the green screen stuff starts
Flickering away.
flickering
and-
and you see the...
Yes. I don't know if you've seen the new Chinese one with the water in the glass. Have you seen that? I mean, because obviously water can't just lie level and flat in space according to what they say. Of course, they got some fruit there on the table, and the fruit, like the quarter segments of like an orange or something. I think it was a lime or something, just kind of lying the correct way, and the water's flat and level in the glass. They make themselves look so stupid, But that's such a shame. I can't really teach you much, guys. You probably teach me a thing or two.
It's good to see people kind of raising awareness, and
Becoming more and more, isn't it, now that
people are starting to spot things. I think
People aren't afraid to talk.
with this whole
lockdown business. And it's just
I think that's opened a lot of people's minds. That's why.
Of
Well, this is why we brought both of it together.
Yeah,
you know, like because a lot of people might not get a flat Earth, you know, at the moment, but they certainly get little bits of this. You know, like if we can string them together and say, you know, like look, there's a lot of lies going on. You know.
Once you know there's a group of like satanic, very evil people at the top of the pyramid
running the world,
then bets are off, really.
Yes.
The interest is what it talks about in the scriptures. You know, there's sections in the scriptures that talk about these Gadiantes, these robbers that are basically, it's all about like
power and gain.
Yeah, but they're secret and it's you know, and so there's examples as well in the scriptures of people like that are, say they're in power, they want more power.
Yeah.
Secret combinations, that's the word they use.
Right.
These secret combinations and we've got leaders of our church that talked about it years ago, didn't they? One of them was in government and he talked about these secret combinations that were in government that he knew about.
Yeah.
You know? So, and that was how long ago? Was that in like the 80s?
70s, yeah. He's become quite a well-known person in the sort of conspiracy world as well. There's been a couple of people. There's a guy called Cleon Skousen, who's in Utah, and he broke a lot of stuff in the 70s, 80s.
Right.
He wrote books against the
probably
corporate takeover in the sort of globalists, basically.
Yeah. Maybe like the Bilderberg Group and stuff. And
because there's a book called I forgot the name of it, but he wrote a critique of this globalist book. What it's called now. Yeah, it's interesting.
Do people in your church and that, do they listen to you? Are they on board with a lot of it, or is it hard?
Some aren't.
Some are quite mainstream.
I'd say percentage-wise, there's a lot more on board that are aware of this than outside.
Oh wow!
I joined the church when I was 30, and so all of my family friends are not, involved in that and not religious, and I find most of them haven't got a clue. So my sister-in-law is probably the only one, isn't there? That's kind of.
But I guess you guys talk a lot though, and a lot of people just stuck watching TV and that, aren't they?
Yeah, and like I say, I think it's just that willingness to be open-minded, see something. Okay, I'm going to look into this, and then look at the evidence, and
there's more people cottoning on to the Great Reset agenda, and I think now that's kind of out in the open.
Yeah. Oh, it's not a conspiracy theory no more. Finally, you know.
It is frustrating as well when people get labelled with that conspiracy theory. If it's a really negative thing, but there's so many conspiracy theories that have been proven true. So
that's right. It shouldn't be negative.
It's a theory, but once you get so much evidence, it's not theory.
No. That's right. It's fact.
Yes. There's a difference between a conspiracy theorist and a sort of reality is about 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
You
see what goes on and follow
Like
the
I say,
lines.
you've got to be willing to. And I think, to be honest, I think some people don't want to.
No, you're quite right.
I'm just focusing on what's in front of me.
Coronation Street and Dancing on Ice.
My dad didn't
ITV,
he talked
BBC,
about some of the things that were going on in relation to COVID, and you could tell he just shut us down. He did not want to know, but I know my dad. He passed away recently, but I knew if he found out what the truth was, he would be so angry.
Yes.
So angry.
Yes.
And so I think actually mentally,
cognitive
people
dissonance,
aren't coping, so they would rather just.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's a big one. You've just said that magic word there.
And maybe that's where as well I think our faith helps us to, because we have a different perspective maybe.
Right. Have you, I mean, you said you got involved, you kind of got involved in conspiracy, like, was it like 10, 11 years ago or something? How long have you been together?
We met about 4 years ago.
4 years ago.
Yeah.
So when you first started talking...
It wasn't very long, was it, that you first got something, and I was just like, what? And I just laughed and didn't think anything of it, and then
because I thought
do you want to see a video?
I thought if we can't get on the same page...
That's right, because that can destroy the first steps of a relationship there.
So he showed me a video, and at the end of it, I was like, yeah, you know what, that could be right. There's
Yeah.
And that's got me interested in sort of looking into more of it.
What did you show her? What was it? You remember?
Probably Eric Dubay.
All right. Oh, wow, that's the heavy stuff right away. I would have started with a video on fluoridated water or something, like keep it light, Wow.
Yeah, I was kind of going through the flat earth phase at that point.
That's a big one, tough one.
I'm still honestly not, I wouldn't say I'm 100% flat earth, but it seems logical, and there's no demonstrable evidence to me that there's any curve, and that we're flying around the universe at 1,000 miles an hour.
Well,
There is evidence that NASA
lies. So you can see all that side, and then you've got to ask yourself why. Why are they doing it? You know, like.
I do believe, like I say again, and our faith ties in with that fact that we probably can't get out, that there is probably a.
Yeah.
And so again, that's why they would lie.
Because
the stuff with Antarctica is just so weird.
Yes,
like, why would they
yes.
stop people from going there?
That was what got me because I'd always wondered that.
Yes.
Why do flights always go like that?
Yeah.
Whereas surely some countries it
Can
takes
not
like
just go straight?
36 hours. Why don't they go?
That was puzzling me.
Why are they making these stops when they don't need to make a stop and just go across?
Actually,
If you're going to go from Africa to South America, just go round like that, shouldn't you?
Yeah.
That always confused me.
Yeah.
When they pointed it out on that, maybe that answers.
So when you were going through all this and you were learning, you were passing on information, then you probably got on the same page and that. What about friends and family coming around and having a conversation with them? Have you alienated?
There's a few people we've chatted, but I think I kind of know who I can and can't speak
Right.
things about. And usually, again, we probably wait for cues to say things before we come out and say anything. Wait for a conversation to start. That's like I say, we talked to my sister-in-law a little bit because she mentioned a few things, so we knew that she was aware that was to do with like COVID things, and so we knew she was aware of that, and so that opens it to us. But we're careful.
My
about
parents are in their 80s, and I've kind of given up. I've shared a few things with them about taking the jab and stuff like that, but they're just sort of whatever the BBC.
Right,
and,
that's heartbreaking then, isn't it?
Tells us,
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. I got lucky with my immediate family. They listened, but I think my extended family, even my dad. I don't know. I sometimes think he's telling me porkies. He says that he hasn't, but he's still.
My daughter's in a wheelchair and she had cancer 4 times since
Okay.
she was a kid.
Yeah.
She was a small child, and that kind of got me into looking at. Someone sent me a book called The Truth About Cancer.
Yes. Okay.
Which is quite an amazing book, and I started looking at sort of ways to help her because she'd gone through the mainstream, poison.
Yeah. Chemotherapy and all that.
And, we got into essential oils, and she basically had her last cancer treatment about 4 years ago, probably just before we met.
Yeah.
And she's been clear, and she's been using doTERRA, the essential oils that we use, are like the purest ones.
Yeah.
She's been using them for about 5 years, and she's had no cancer back since then.
That's fantastic.
We have a friend as well, she had blood cancer.
But that's
she didn't want any regular treatment.
Yeah.
Diet and essential oils, and she cured herself from cancer. And they said there was no cure, didn't they?
Was it a scary time for you because you don't even know? I mean, you kind of question. If you think you're questioning flat Earth, you definitely question: am I right about this? Should I be doing this?
Again, I suppose that's we use prayer a lot, isn't it, as well, to help guide us in that way.
But well done for looking elsewhere, because not everything comes from our government and pharmaceutical. We know what they're about.
I think that's the thing these days. Anything you're told, you just have to research it.
Yes.
Just take things on face value and think, well, they must be telling us.
Yeah.
You always have to research yourself.
I say everything should be put back on the table. Let's look over it again. Everything.
So you guys got some channel this goes up on?
Yeah. I'll give you the name. It's have you got your phone out and that? Yeah. And I'm filming for most of the day. And Harry here in blue, he does these fantastic conversations, one-on-ones. With he'll post them later. That's on a channel called John Smith Globe Live. What he'll do is put a link. He'll put John Smith Globe Live. He'll put a link on his YouTube channel, but you will actually watch it on Rumble and Odyssey. So that's John Smith Globe Live.
YouTube have just taken loads of stuff off.
That's right. So my channel is, if you're ready, you got John Smith Globe Live. He's on YouTube.
Yeah, I use BitChute and Rumble these days pretty much.
Yeah. So it's that top one there. Yeah. So if you subscribe to that, then you'll see links. But this channel, what I'm on here now, is Jason of, and you'll recognise this name. Well, you'll recognise the format. Jason of the Disbury, DISBURY family. Jason of the Disbury family. So I guess you probably recognise the format of that. Like Free Man of Earth, and our birth certificates are fraud, and So it's that one there. Yeah, and you'll probably see me live right now.
That's a horrible picture of me.
Oh, right, yes. That's not a horrible picture, tell her.
So, how do you find it with the students? They're obviously very bright. Are they open-minded in some ways, you think?
Yeah, I've just had a really respectful student just 10 minutes ago or so, and it's when you like try and pull them back a bit and say, look, can you evidence that you're repeating stuff, but can you evidence this? You know, like, and that's where they I think they've come unstuck at that point. You ask them about you know, about your theory, and then they tell us the difference between scientific theory and theory, and it's the best evidence we got at the moment, and so it's more of a fact. He said this. It's more of a fact than a theory, and so it's not. It's an agreed story, isn't it? It's just an agreed story. You know, like.
There's so many theories taught in schools as facts. And
As
not
facts.
As theories, but they're
Yeah.
taught as facts.
Yes,
They're still theories.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
You know, so I was asking him to evidence his magical theory of gravity. You know, like, and he wants to talk about special relativity and the bending of time and space. And you know, I was just saying, well, can we prove this? Can we? Is there anything that we can do?
Basics first.
You know.
Yeah.
But it'll be interesting. I asked him. We've got some. I don't know if you've heard of Nathan Oakley flat Earth debate.
Yes.
So you come across that. Well, they've done us a banner over there, and it's got 9 questions.
Yeah.
And I mean, the educated guy on the street, he can probably talk like education right over the top of my head, and you know, like. But I took him over there, and I said, "There's only 9 questions. Can we have a talk about them?" And kind of like that's when he needed to go. You know, struggled.
Yeah.
You know. So, and I've asked him to go on the flat Earth debate. Yeah, come over and have a look. Oh, yeah.
Just moving into anywhere.
So, and
There's no way that thing is 93
million miles away. It's not. It's not.
I think as well, the hard thing, I think you've got to be humble enough to like, a lot of people don't like to think they've been fooled, do they?
No, especially with the £100,000 educations.
Yeah.
No.
And so that's why, again, most people just don't want to know. They don't want to think that they've been fooled, but it's not
Yes.
like anybody's stupid, because
Yeah.
we've all been fooled.
That's right. All of us, you know, drop the ego and let's talk. Yes, definitely. But
Yeah, I've seen him debate people, and he's very clever. I can't keep up with him intellectually.
no, I'm with you. I struggle, but I find it fascinating. And some things I get, you know, like I'm not completely not educated. I pick up on some things, but because it's the molten iron core, and all that. We've all seen them pictures in our textbooks about like the orange and red magma and all of that, and you think like, well, where'd you get that from? What why them colours, and like what makes you think that it's
How do you know?
you don't know, they don't know.
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense if they're saying that that's where all our electromagnetism and all that comes from, and that okay, so they're on about the Curie point, where iron core kind of, when that melts, it loses its magnetism, so their argument has kind of backfired on themselves. But it's a great show, and every time I get stuck by, as you said, what do we do with all these boffins that come here and talk to me, and I'll send them here. I'll send them there. A couple of years ago we came here, we were just round the corner, and I had kind of scientists coming up with me with clipboards full of all information and data and everything, and we were just saying, yeah, okay, so you hold a lot of beliefs there, but can you prove anything? Was you out just in Cambridge for the day?
Yeah, we actually just came to get some shoes for me.
So you live round close?
Well, we're about an hour away.
About an hour away.
She's got awkward feet and needs the right kind of sandals. And
Right, okay. Probably like my wife. My wife's got size 2 feet, and we have to. Yeah, we struggle a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we came here a few weeks ago, and obviously not that far. We just thought, why don't we come here more often?
Yeah. So what did you think when you walked around the corner and saw that? Just.
yeah,
Came down this way.
I saw those people and I was like,
Yeah.
ah, right, okay.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw Klaus Schwab, I'm like, okay, I can see where why they're going with this. This is
Yeah. And it's
Take some, I was reading that quote by Soros, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some of the quotes they come
Sorry,
out
mate.
with.
I'll see you later.
oh, give me a cuddle. Give me a cuddle.
I've done my little bit today, haven't I?
all right. You have.
Oh, mine's a little bit.
Dropping your water out.
You got some of it.
Right, yeah, I did. I got quite a lot of it. Oops. I'm not throwing water on you, am I? Sorry.
Don't throw it on your phone.
Yeah.
Some of those quotes are just like evidence in themselves.
Yes.
Some of the things they
Yes.
literally blatantly come out and said it.
And that's right. We haven't made up anything. I mean, like these are their quotes and that. Yes.
But now there's like all these factories, food processing plants and stuff that are just blowing up in flames.
Oh yes.
Seriously.
Yes.
And then there's Bill Gates kind of extending his reach with bug farms and all kinds of stuff like that, and buying up farms. And
I mean, I just had something. It was revolting. I had. I wanted a sandwich from a petrol station earlier, and I went to that. And the only thing they had was some. It's kind of like it was vegan sandwich, but it was fake bacon and lettuce and it was the most disgusting thing I've ever tasted. It's like, oh, come on, guys. Most vegans don't want anything to do with meat. So why did he keep making meat substitutes? We don't want it. Yeah, but I ate it, and I ate some of it and threw the rest
we
away.
eat some of it. We eat meat, but we did give it up for a while. But
Yeah. Well, except for Linda McCartney sausages.
Actually,
You like the burgers, do you?
Lots of red
They're vegetarian burgers, but not vegan. Yeah.
and Tesco do a veggie sausage.
Yes.
Quite nice.
Yeah, like my wife, she loves her chicken and can't get enough of chicken and that. But so I'm full vegan, she's full chicken, and so we do struggle in the house. But Linda McCartney sausage rolls, oh yeah, she can't get enough of. You know, she's really into them.
Yeah, we tend to be flexible, don't we? Like, we've tried at different points
Yeah.
for one reason or another, but we kind of have a mixture, don't we? Sometimes we eat veggies, sometimes we...
I think you know, like cut down a little bit only for health reasons. You know, like do that. You know, I think.
Also, there's animal welfare, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's a lot of farm.
Well, I was never into animal welfare, and that's not why I become vegan. I did it for health reasons. Later on, when I watched a few videos, and oh boy, that's a shocker. Kind of like, I tried to show a few of them videos to my wife, and she doesn't want to see them. She says it will change me. She go and you know, she's quite right. You know, like she doesn't want her chicken life to go away. She's quite happy. You know, they are.
You got the Georgia Guidestones there.
Well, it's a bit late now.
They
That
just come down, haven't they?
That's right. So yeah, but it's still good to talk about, you know, like the Georgia Guidestones. And
Yeah, I mean that was evidence of some sort of global new
Yeah.
world order, wasn't it? It was quite
yes, definitely.
That's not a cheap
But
thing to
there's
put up.
I forget. I don't know what it was, but there was like an obelisk that's just come down as well.
Oh yeah, where is that? I heard something about
Yeah,
this coming down.
I'm not sure. I've only just seen it.
Oh yeah, that's all Babylon mystery stuff
Right.
to do with Babylonian worship that also relates to Egyptian, obviously. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
Actually, I said one of the
very
first-
Masonic as well. all
Right.
that obvious stuff.
After the flat earth thing, I think the next thing you talked to me about was the child trafficking. I said, I think once your eyes are open to that,
Yeah.
you'll be like, okay, because there were certain things where I would have thought before, no, people aren't happy.
Yeah, people won't be doing
that.
But once you learn about
Yes,
that,
yes.
you think actually people are, if they're evil enough to do that,
Yeah.
they're evil enough to do anything.
Well, that's right. When we started doing like the COVID live protests and that, we started doing that. There was lots of child trafficking protests going on. I don't know if you went to one or two of them, but I did a few. I went to a few of them, and it was disgusting what I heard. You know, like
I had nightmares for
And the police have been part of it for decades. You
Yes.
know, the Freemasons, all those kind of people.
yeah.
so much.
I wasn't blatant enough to put it on my board. You know, like, but I did kind of like. I've put things on my board that we can have a conversation and lead to. So there is the military there is the police there. You know, like because by put the police there, we can go any direction. You know, like they're a bunch of thugs. They are. You know, like
Research and thinking about because we actually come from the village of Jeremy Bamber.
Okay.
Well, where that happened, White House.
Right.
We've been doing a few things about that. And
Yeah.
it does seem very much.
It looks like a fit-up job.
Yeah.
I
There's
think he's
so much
innocent.
evidence, and obviously there's people campaigning and watched like a a podcast thing, and he was just going through all this evidence that they've now got, and they've proved that the evidence they used to put them away was just not true, and they put evidences together that weren't right, and there's so much wrong.
Yeah, there's a Sean Atwood podcast that's well worth watching.
Right.
And he's written a book about, Sean Atwood's written a book about the 10 ways that police basically will fit people up.
Yes.
And the case of the Bamba thing ticks all the boxes, all the modus operandus. Yeah.
And obviously it's a bit close to home for us because it literally is close to home. You know,
Yes.
It's just such a shame to think somebody spent that long in prison if he didn't do it.
No, that's right. That's right.
Yeah. They've just brought out this thing in America, haven't they, where if new evidence comes to light, they won't look at it. If somebody's been sent down with it, and I'm sure Erica shot
Yeah, I've seen looked into that,
They've got a new mandate where in America, where if new evidence is raised after someone's been convicted, it's tough.
Yes,
It's just like unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah. Where were you guys on 9/11 then?
Oh yeah, totally inside job.
9/11.
The Twin Towers.
So you kind of you get all that.
There's tons of satanic symbolism, the whole 911 thing, and the names of the plane, the numbers of the planes. It's all numerology involved.
I just want to know what was in those envelopes at that guy's funeral.
Oh yeah. Oh, Bush funeral, George Bush
Right.
Senior's
Yes,
funeral.
I think I remember.
Those envelopes there,
Yes.
I'm really shocked. I want to know what.
Yeah. You're next.
Yeah, that was from what I heard, it was a joint Mossad, Saudi, and some certain American politicians, that were part of the secret societies or whatever that planned that.
Right.
That's one of the things you showed me earlier on with the Clinton body count.
Oh, I've seen that. Yes.
It's just, again, so much evidence there.
Yeah. And so much coincidence, isn't there?
I just hope one day they are brought to justice.
Yes. Yeah.
I think things are brewing.
Well, I mean, I think we can all feel something's happening, and we're coming to the edge of something.
With our faith that even if people are brought to justice in this life, they will be the next.
Right.
So they will be held accountable one day.
Yes, I hope so. Hope you're right there.
We better leave to it and.
Yeah, it's very. It's a pleasure talking to you, Jason.
Jason,
Nice
Julian.
to meet you, Kerry.
Kerry. Yeah. Very nice talking to you guys. Yeah. You've got the. All right then. Cheers, guys. Oh, lovely people. Very open to absolutely everything. They're on the money on everything. Everything. Yeah, he's been like kind of studying like conspiracies and all of this going on for the last 10 to 11 years or so. Yeah.
It's a nice, refreshing change to talk to people who are kind of...
I like talking to people who just know stuff more than me.
Yeah, but also prepared to listen to you as well and not just shout from the rooftops that they think they know stuff.
Yeah, no, very good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. Great conversation. Hope you guys enjoyed them. They're going to subscribe, and hopefully maybe tomorrow or so you might see them chatting in the chat. There you go. We've what time are we?
It's nearly 4:45, 10 minutes.
Wow. I just seen the clock up there. Huh. Wow. Time's been moving on. Yeah, hope you guys have been enjoying what you've heard so far. I'm trying to keep my phone into the shade. Hi Tapper, and thank you so much for all your hard work and all the links, and I'm sure you are as well, Ricardo, and anyone else. Thank you so much. A very big shout out to all you people that have been donating on Buy Me a Coffee. Thank you so much. And I think I just seen. Oh, who was it? I forgot. I've just seen someone just donated quite a bit on and bought 10 coffees. 10 coffees they bought. It was I forgot his name. I'm sorry. Something intent. God, guys, help me. I forgot his name. He's at it again. But come on, guys, help me out. Someone intent. I forgot his name. Well, let me get in the shade. Oh, Jason, thank you for the stream. Yeah, you're very welcome, Ricardo. Has it been okay today, guys? I hope it's been okay. Authentic intent. I'm so sorry. Oh dear. He just bought us 10 coffees as that. Oh, thank you so much. I very much appreciate that, really do. And anyone else who has, oh, look at this. You're right, you are, you're live. Dear me, dear me. Yes. I do very much appreciate all the help you guys are given. I know there'll be one or two of you in the chat that are globe believers, I guess I would call you. And you're very welcome to be here. As long as you're respectful, you're very welcome to be here, and hopefully you won't be silenced then. But if you're disrespectful, someone will boot you out. So yeah, of course it is Joshua. He is Joshua is a legend in his own right. He's been very inspiring to all of us. He has. So thank you so much, Joshua. Yes, they were a great couple, wasn't they? I thoroughly enjoyed meeting them. It'd be fantastic if they can say hello in the chat at some point, maybe today, tomorrow. We're having a day off tomorrow, guys. So, so we got Andrea over there. So we'll just wave. I know she can't see. She's in having a conversation in the shade. And this is good. We haven't had any authorities, come over and try and push us about. There is a sign down there about public spaces saying that you can't advertise or make any money from from this area and that. And of course, we don't fit their description. So maybe that's why someone did pass before, but carried on walking. They took a picture and then carried on walking. That was he had a council badge on. Yep. So yeah, we're going to take a day off tomorrow. Going to regroup, and I think we're going to get a campsite tonight, and just so that we can sort out the laundry situation and that. No, off that phone. Not riding his bicycle and on the phone at the same time. There you go, Dave. Well done, Dave. And Harry again. Make sure that you're subscribed to John Smith Globe Live. I say you can see the most amazing conversations. He gets the most out of people. It doesn't matter what their educational level is. So yeah, John Smith Globe Live, and then there'll be a link there that will take you to Rumble and Odyssey. So I can't get too close, guys. But yeah, fantastic conversations. He's been posting a few, so if you could check out his channel. And then we have Trinity 4, Mr. Dave Mannell. And if you can subscribe to his channel and check out his amazing work that he does. I think he's talking to a couple of youngsters. And I think Dad's with them there on the side, so. Which is good. I mean, it challenges the youngsters, and and hopefully that they can challenge their teachers. Start asking questions. There you go. There's Harry's just finished. Again, nice, respectful conversation. That's all we ask. Any of you Globe believers, you're very welcome to come down and talk to us. You know, like, and just keep it respectful. You know, we will treat you with respect, and we would like the same in return. Yeah. You all right?
How long have you been streaming?
For a long time. I'm on my second stream. It's shut down because of the heat.
Oh, really?
Yeah, twice it's done that. You know.
I've had a few rents here in Cambridge today.
Have you?
Lord, no, I mean out in the street there.
Oh yes, you have.
Yeah.
Yes, you got very passionate earlier on.
Yeah, I've had 3 of those now.
Oh, you've had 3 of them. Yeah.
Let's say, what do they call them, outbursts?
Right. Yeah, but when you do it, can you do it around this area? You know, you keep wandering all the way off up there. You know. But oh no.
You can't see us.
Is that what it is? There you go.
This flag, my friend. We can't prove we live on a globe. We're just out here telling people they've been lied to and controlled since birth. So much of our world is controlled. We've got some ideas here, things that are being controlled. You can't make each other sick with your breath. That's another lie.
You can't make each other sick. I like that. Very good. So, guys, I mean, I can be shut down at any minute. I have done on very, on the other tours that we've done. So, find me on Facebook. Just Jason Disbury, I think it is, Disbury. Find me on Facebook, and if you befriend me, I'll invite you into my page, and if I do get shut down, you'll be able to still catch up on the live streams that I'll send to Facebook. That's a beautiful place, this here. Oh. I thought Harry finished, but Harry started talking again.
What I mean is,
Yes. That was loud, wasn't it? Did you hear him?
Ship is not going down. Ship must go over the water, because if ship was going down, it would have to come back up.
Any proof?
Mandela effect.
Yeah, that's a little bit of fun. But is there something going on?
Well, I've got this idea, is one I've been fomenting over the last few months, is that all of these beautiful buildings you see behind with the sort of bath stone, sandstone on it,
yeah,
I think that could have been done as a Mandela effect.
Okay, go on.
Imagine
How
that.
so? How so?
Well, that they could have done, well, if Mandela effect allows for these things to be altered overnight.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, how could is it possible that if you were the coder,
yeah,
you're writing a coding program and you said, oh, I know I want my houses to be wooden houses, I want to change the code from wood to brick.
Okay.
That's how I think that. I mean, I'm not saying it is that. It's just when I look at the scale of the work, and I believe that these are clad buildings.
Yeah.
So there's an original building and a clad building
Yes,
on top of that.
you've said.
Well, someone has gone to an awful lot of trouble in a 30, 40 year span to do all of this cladding, and feels to me like such a massive operation. Either there was no humans here for 100 years and they brought in laborers from somewhere to clad these buildings, or it's Mandela.
You recorded me before.
Did I?
Yes, I think. But you cannot show to other people the recording if you record me.
Is that right? Is that right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, remember it, okay?
I'll remember it. I don't know who you are though, but.
Okay, but if you watch your live, remember that no, don't show our figure on internet. Okay?
Yeah. See, in this country, and I'll respect your wishes. I'll keep the phone away from you. But in this country, when you're in public, you're allowed to be photographed and filmed by everybody.
Okay.
That's the law in this country.
Okay,
but
is
I
there-
respect what you're
okay.
saying. That's all right, guys. Cheers. Yeah. Apparently, I caught them on their camera, but there's not much I can do about it. We're live, guys. Yeah. Have you enjoyed it today?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Yeah.
Interesting. And we've had a nice breeze as well. It's been hot, but we've had a nice breeze. Yeah, I need to get a hat. I borrowed matey's hat.
Oh, it's not your hat.
Sorry?
That's not your hat.
No, it's not. Does it look okay?
Suits you, yeah.
I don't wear hats, and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been fantastic.
I didn't know how it would go, but yeah, this is a great site, isn't it?
Yes, I was. You know, because we knew we'd be blocking the pavement, but we'd be blocking the pavement anyway, and you know. But
no, it's good to see Dave live.
I was.
Passion.
Yes, I was very.
Seeing it on, you know, live, but actually seeing it.
Yes, I was worried we won't be in the right spot because we did it over there last time in the market. But wow, this is a fantastic spot. Why didn't we come here last time? Right, this is where we're coming every time now. You know, but you know what I like? See this big long fence?
Yeah.
I can see about 20 banners coming up soon, and we can we'll get all of these banners up with all the land that we shouldn't be able to see, and lots of you know, like lots of what's it? I don't know, signs. I guess what they present to us.
Probably do a timeline of when it all came in.
How it all started and what it is that we believe in and all that. Yeah. About £30 each.
Oh, that's not too bad.
It's not bad at all, you know, 6 foot by 6 foot. It's really good. But yes, I think we need to come back here with a army of us, and we'll.
Yeah, I'll be happy to come back to it.
We'll get about.
Cambridge, it's such a good city, isn't it?
About 20 odd banners would be great. Can you imagine that?
A lot of Tartarian buildings about.
Yes.
Believe in that, and mud flood evidence.
Yeah. There is. And where's Dave now? Is he having a rest? Is he? Or is he still talking somewhere? Yeah, just quieting down a little bit. Maybe while it's quiet, I should.
Pulled.
Sorry?
I think Dave pulled.
Where is he?
He's probably having a rest, actually.
Yeah.
It must be like running a marathon for Dave.
Oh, he's done well today.
He doesn't stop, does he? He's amazing, really.
Yeah. Yeah, so if you've just joined us, we're in Cambridge today. And it's very busy here, as you can see. It's probably the most footfall we've come across, I would say. Which is weird, isn't it? You think, you know, places like Birmingham and that would be a lot more footfall, but how awesome is this? So we've got, is it Norwich tomorrow? Oh no, we're having a day off tomorrow. Sorry, I forgot. And then we're going over to Norwich, and then from Norwich we're going over to Hull, and then I believe it's Leeds, and then Preston. And we've got someone joining us at Leeds and Preston. That's been with us before in the past. Little surprise. So looking forward to Leeds and Preston. So, how much can I buy your hat for? Because I'm really enjoying this. You like it back?
It's only for rent, unfortunately.
I never wore a hat before.
It's $65 million a day
Is that what
to
it
rent
is?
my hats.
Oh right, you want to do a NASA thing on me, do you? Yeah.
You know how much it costs to make a hat like that? It has to sit on your bald head, not your bald head.
Yeah, it's been fantastic, and as long as I'm aware and keep my back to the sun, then it all works. I'm not overheating.
I'll get you some sombrero.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. Sometimes it depends on where I am. I might need the Crocodile Dundee corks all around us. You
You
know.
should get one of those little umbrella hats. You know, that you have in
Yes,
the garden,
yeah.
that would be good.
No. I've got to look cool. I can't look like an idiot.
Well, I don't know. I think you've made yourself look an idiot already.
Thank you.
Flat and you're wearing a silly hat. My goodness.
Yeah. So Harry's got a cool hat here. Alright, I'll leave them alone. Don't want to get too. But that looks like a great conversation. I just asked him, "Are your thoughts your own?" basically, and he said, "Oh yes, they are." So we just challenged him and said, "Are they conditioned?" I guess by society and that, and he went, "Oh yeah, of course." Well, in that case, they're not your own, are they? Yeah. So when we do these tours and these get-togethers, you'll clearly see, you know, like Dave, he's talking about God and Christ, and we're in the same book together on our journey of flat Earth, and but we're not necessarily all on the same page, and that's okay. I keep saying to anyone can join us on these tours and these activism days, as long as we agree on one thing, that you don't live on a ball. That's all we need to be agreeing on. I believe you're on your own journey and you're on your own page of this book that we're all that we're on. So I'm quite happy that you that you talk about what it is that you want to talk about. I'm happy with that. There's a lot of students here and tourists. There's an awful lot. Great place to come to. Dear me. Bloody bike. Nearly run me over, he did. Oh, it's kind of weird. You know, when I see people all masked up in this weather, it really is. It's just so weird. Very odd.
I'm just going to pay £6 to go up to the St Anne's Tower. Take a few pictures with mine.
All right.
P900.
Right.
I'm going to see if I can see a curve.
You're going to have to pay a lot more than that. All right. Yeah. Right, guys. Can you answer any of them? Are they tough questions? They are. They were looking at Nathan Oakley's questions there. But, sometimes it's best to just stand back and let them. His friend's gone, so I don't think he's going to stay. Dave's got a. I'll have to stop using the word victim. Dave's got a victim. Dear. Right. I just said I was just looking at you and I was saying, I'll have to stop using the word victim. Dave's got a victim.
No. A lady came to me and says I'm a Christian.
Okay.
And I've taken one needle.
Oh dear.
And I feel bad about that. And what should I do? So I go, you know what? Don't really even feel embarrassed.
Yeah.
Do some chelation. Find ways of pulling that stuff out. But feel okay about it, because if you infect your mind with or yourself with lots of negative thought about it, that's the impact, the health impact would be greater than otherwise.
Right.
So she was actually, I was warmed by that. I said, thanks so much for coming over and actually confiding that.
Yeah.
She was willing to come and say that. Wow.
Because we haven't necessarily got anything on here that suggests there's a problem with COVID. So, and yet she kind of realised this is connected.
Yeah, and you know, why she felt I might have an answer for it. Maybe she heard me yelling in the streets now.
Oh, I see. Yes, possibly.
That's very possible, eh?
Yeah.
Do you stand out a little bit here in Cambridge today?
I don't think so. No, I think you're blending.
It's the first time, for 4 years since we did in the Grove Light Tour.
Was that 4 years ago, was it? Wow.
And that was a good day. Cambridge and Oxford were great days for me. I remember them fondly.
Yeah.
But it was also that day in my life, that something, Andrea reminded me, she said, Cambridge was the day something big happened for us on this journey 4 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying earlier to you about the Mandela Effect. I think, I look at the scale of the works here and I'm like, who are the people that did this? How did they do this? How is it possible?
Yeah. And it's not just here, it's everywhere, it's all over. It's just,
And then when you look into these buildings and look at how they had to re-engineer them in order to make them habitable in a new way, there's a lot of work on that.
Yes.
Who did that work? How do we not know who did that work and funded that work and enabled that and so on? And so if we
and got the materials here. Yeah.
In that time scale, with that equipment and that sparse population. We were in Wales the other day. They've only 11,000 population, and they've got a cathedral, the smallest city in the country. And back in 700-800 years ago, when they built that thing, the population would have been in the hundreds of thousands.
Yes.
And they built this magnificent thing, really. I think, imagine if we are so tiny that we're like little children who go to Disneyland and have no idea that overnight engineers came in. They had the scale, the ability to pop, do the whole thing while we were sleeping.
Bit of a Westworld.
Is that?
Westworld.
Oh, is that?
Have you not come across that?
I've heard of it, but I don't know the reference.
Yeah, it's basically like a Truman Show where they've kind of built a cowboys and Indian sort of Westworld,
Exactly.
But they built it.
Exactly, and I think if we'd woken up 500 years ago, 200 years ago, and everything was like these wooden, cowboy houses and stuff,
we wouldn't know any different, would we?
That would be the story.
Yeah.
If the Mandela effect is real, then it is very possible that this could have been a coder, could have just written a code and have everything just clad up with some material. Because I say that everything, the ether that we're in, the air, has the potentiality to be anything: gold, stone, flesh, anything. It has the potential to be that. It's just a matter of tweaking the code and it can become that. So I think it's possible that you could actually tweak code and get ether to become these stones on these buildings. Because the scale of it just boggles my mind. Whether it was the original building or a later facadery.
Yeah, no, it does.
Bye for now.
What's that?
We had this idea of renting a cottage.
Okay.
Did you hear that?
No.
So we thought what we could do is, we stayed in a grim hotel room last night. It was so awful. Anyway, what we thought we could do is that we could pool some money.
Yeah.
We could get like a 3-bedroom cottage.
Yeah.
For a night or two.
Well, we were not doing anything tomorrow, so we were considering staying for a couple of nights somewhere.
Oh, okay.
So that'd be,
Well, would you be willing to? Because I know Harry's got Andrew found this really nice cottage near Norfolk.
Okay.
So we were thinking to go there later.
Yeah, okay.
And then we could have, the whole day just to chill at the house. Whether you sleep in the car or whether you sleep in the house and use the amenities of the house is another question.
I imagine we can all chip together. Have you got a price in mind what it is?
Well, Andrew's found a place, 3 bedrooms. I think it's about 140 for the night.
Okay.
So it's
and we can just put some money
if
together.
everyone throws a bit in the tin.
I'm up for it.
It won't cost a lot. The only one proviso is that no one sleeps in the lounge, because in the morning I don't get, you know, we wake up at 5 in the morning, Zizi's awake
I
or
see.
whatever. and
Got
we
you.
wanna
You got
go.
nowhere to go.
We got nowhere to go. We got to and so much. of the last few
I'll
years
be in
I've
my
been
car
traveling.
anyway, but I'm still happy to contribute, and you know, because there's a good chance.
We have a really chilled.
Does
we
it have
do
a washing
some-
machine?
Yes, it has a washing machine.
But then me and Harry, we're well chuffed.
You know, you have a bath, you'd have a place
Shower.
to park because it's a cottage with its own off.
Sounds
street
great.
parking, whatnot.
Sounds great. Yeah, definitely. I mean, obviously, we still got to find. I mean, Sven will be the only person that will need
I've
actual.
arranged transportation for Sven, actually.
Well, no, Sven's with me anyway, so transportation, he's okay.
And
But as long as he can sleep on the, I don't know, somewhere at there.
It's 3 bedrooms.
Three
so
bedrooms.
He would want the
So-
master
so-
suite, wouldn't he? You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
there's
yeah.
only 3 of us sharing a bed.
Okay.
So Sven would probably want us to be in the single bed.
Yeah.
And then the double.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I know.
Fine, honey.
Yeah.
It's fine. I'm having a bit of a dig at my mate Sven.
Right.
Yeah, no, it's 3 bedrooms means
No,
that you know
sounds
there'll
great.
there'll be enough for 6 people.
That'd be fantastic.
Easily, you know.
All right. Okay. I imagine Lisa. I mean, I can bring Lisa with us if you want. And
Yeah. All right.
you know,
No, that would make it a little bit easier for me, but it's
I can
not
make some
essential.
room. I can make some
Not
room for her
essential.
tonight. Because
And
as
also-
long as I know Lisa's got somewhere to stay, you know, like then we'll find something for her there.
Well, she could, you know, as I say, there's 3 rooms, so, you know. But all our because we're having had her in our room for 2 of the nights already, it means
Yes.
that we have to tiptoe around her. She's late sleeper kind of thing, and I can't, you know,
Yeah,
just make
yeah,
the
sure.
You know, do me morning thing. you
Sure.
know?
Yeah.
So
No, we'll
if
figure
we're
it
gonna
out.
Go to that expense, it would be much rather do, everyone's got a room, sleep in, sleep as late as you want. You're not going to meet anyone.
Yeah. No, I like the idea. As long as it's got a washing machine, I'm up for it. Oh, well, that's great, isn't it? That'd be great. So we can. Wow. So Harry's still getting their shade.
Look, one doctor passed low fat food section, so takes all the goodness of flavour.
Flights, they've got these new planes that takes them 4 hours longer, 4 hours longer. To make this flight that should be
Maybe that's just
That's a maybe, yeah, but that's an excuse, you know that. So what's their thought? What's that? What's their thought? Because well, like sailors used to report that it would take them 10 days longer to go across the Cape of South Africa and over to the Cape of South America. 10 days longer. So we think that the continents are not aligned exactly as they would be. But that's, you know,
So I had like I'm from Italy. I had the same goal like up that I feel that turn is not round, it's not turning, but it's like a hack shape. Hack shape.
Okay.
Round and super flat.
Okay.
So they think that the herd is actually not round but flat.
Yeah, well, we think that the continents, you go sea level,
They're
up
flat.
the continent, down the continent, sea level.
But it's not rounded. It's not like the moon or it's like the sun.
No, well, maybe, because you see, if you take an orange and you cut it through the equator like that, those seeds on the inside there, that's the continent. So if you shrunk the Earth down to an orange, so you cut it down and you can only live, you and me, we can't rock climb. We have to live on a flat surface. So if we build a house, generally we flatten that down.
You
you
flatten
know?
it down.
Yeah, because we can't live on a slope. We're not mountain-based. And so we say that our natural world is observably flat. Yes, there's mountains, but when you go up to 2,000 meters on one side of the mountains, you come down 2,000 meters to the sea on the other side.
Yes.
So the sea level is one sea level on Earth, and then we have continents. But well, like I said, if you cut the orange through like this and you open it up inside, then when you look down, maybe that's the seeds of the orange, that's the pith and the skin of the orange.
Okay. So we're still thinking that the heart is flat.
Well, the world that we observe, that we will say is flat, but of course it goes us.
But then it shows that it's circle. Or it's all alive what they show it as.
Circle or a sphere?
A sphere. Yeah. Say a sphere.
It's what
Sorry.
they show us. Yeah, so I'll give you a great example to think about. You know, if you went to the moon, right? One of the first things you want to do is get a selfie with the Earth behind you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah?
In that case, it looks flat.
Yeah, but no.
It looks
No,
like
but-
it's a sphere.
But if you went to the moon, you would take a picture of yourself in the moon. You would take a picture. Sorry, of the
I would take a picture of the moon, not of myself, to be honest.
But you would take a picture of the Earth from the moon. You want to say show your grandchild, look, this is me standing on the moon, and there's the Earth. You want to do that, right? What if you forgot on the first mission? Would you do it on the second mission? You wouldn't?
It's not interesting anyway. I've been there already.
But
so
you've
I know
never
how it
taken a
looks.
photo yet.
But you didn't take a photo.
Because I've never been.
No.
I do trust what people say, yes. And that is probably wrong. So you shouldn't trust.
No, not if it's only presented to you on the TV. If you can test it for yourself, if you're not a photo.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever been to the moon? So how do you know that that is not true?
Well, how do you know it is?
Fine, you don't know that is not true.
I'm not making a claim.
No, yeah, it's fine.
You're making a
You know what I
claim.
mean? Yeah,
I'm
no.
saying
It's a good conversation because I like that. You know what I mean? It's a good conversation. I cannot say that is true, but you cannot say at the same time that is wrong. Because we don't know. We need to believe. We need to trust. Not believe because I don't trust in God or anything like that. I don't believe.
You must believe, otherwise
No,
you
I
wouldn't
don't
believe
believe.
in the book.
I don't believe. You need to show me.
Yeah. Okay, so show me you went to the moon.
No, I cannot.
So
I will be an astronaut. I will be a millionaire
You
now.
know that
I wouldn't be talking here, isn't it?
So you know the spacesuit the astronauts use?
Yeah.
Show me one video.
Because look,
Show me one video of them testing the spacesuit on Earth.
Oh well, we can talk about the first landing on the moon. For me, it's a fake one.
Okay.
Because of the footprints of the leaf, that is a lie. It couldn't.
Yeah, and there's no dust on the.
It's a lie, yes. It's a lie, yes.
No crater.
Yes, exactly.
No crater.
It just perfectly landed with like no
Settled
power.
down by a crater.
Yeah, no, I believe on that. That has been created on the nice TV, you know, or movie makers or studios or whatever. Yes,
The military
I
has the
do
biggest
believe in
movie
that.
sets.
Yes. But believing on, like, because I have the same thing in my country, that they believe there is a lot of people going around say the Earth is flat.
Right.
It's like egg-shaped, it's flat, and then explaining the North Pole and the South Pole. And they say, no, there is people controlling that. And the sun, because you need to explain the sun then as well. Why the sun now is hot,
Fantastic.
and on the winter time it's colder. Because now the sun is very far away from the Earth. This is what happened. Now the sun is far away. That's why it's get hit the Earth. On the winter, it's very close, so that's why it's much more.
The globe model doesn't make sense in that when the sun is further away in the European summer, but because we're leaning towards the sun,
now I got a friend which is in Brazil. Brazil is winter, is in the beach.
So do
you know what I mean?
So these things don't make sense on a globe, you know. But
Yeah, it makes sense in a globe. Because it's rotating, yes. Because it's rotating. That's why it makes sense. If that was flat, it wouldn't make sense. Because if that is flat, it should be the same weather everywhere.
Okay, can I offer you a theory because you've never heard?
Yeah,
the
of
theory?
course. Yeah, no, it's nice. I like to know this.
So the theory goes like this: that we are inside of a big football or rugby stadium. Think of it like that. It's got a roof on it.
Yeah.
And in the middle of the stadium, the middle of the pitch, the halfway line, that's the equator. And every day at the middle of the year, the sun is going straight over that line.
Okay.
And then in the wintertime, for you, it goes to the opposition's 10-yard line. And then by the summertime for you, it comes to the other side. And therefore, just like that, it can be closer and further away from us. And so you have the effect of being hot.
But then you're telling me that the Earth is flat.
I'm telling you that water is level and that all gases and liquids settle level.
No, because then what about
Earth is
gravity
flat.
then?
Earth is
How
flat.
you can walk? What about gravity? How we able to walk? Without gravity, it wouldn't be possible.
So when you were born, when you first born, could you walk?
I would be stuck in the ground anyway.
Of course. So, we
So
all
that is
are.
gravity anyway, because I would be stuck in the
Well,
ground.
you could say that, but you could also, what if I put your baby body into a pool? Would you go to the bottom or would you float?
I will float.
Why?
Because the gravity. Because the gravity and because the air pressure in your body, that allows you to. It's like a dead body. If you throw a dead body in the water, it will float.
So why isn't gravity pulling it down?
Because it's full of air.
So that makes it
So it makes it lighter.
than the
It
air.
makes
So
it lighter,
that's an
and
expression
then is the pressure.
So that's buoyancy, what we call buoyancy. So something that's lighter than the water will float above it. Something that's heavier will drop in it. Then the same is true with the air. Something that's heavier than the air will float.
Okay.
Something that's lighter will rise, like helium, hot air. This all rises up.
But helium is a lighter gas
Lighter
compared
gas.
to yeah.
It's
So that's why it's going to float
and it
because
gets
it's a lighter gas.
200,000 feet and it stops.
Yeah.
But gravity can't be stopping it at 200,000 feet if it doesn't stop it at 1 feet.
Our gravity is stronger on the ground level.
That's correct. So how can it reach up to 200,000 feet? Now
Yeah, I do
for,
get that.
good question. Huh?
So there's lots of things. And same with pressure. We can't have pressure unless we have a deodorant can. We have a Coke can. Pop it that.
No, I know that. Yeah, I get that.
So we say that in nature, everything has a skin. All fruit, all animals, all plants must have a bark, and a shell, a nut to protect it. That's what we think.
I do believe that there is some lies going on and on. I do believe that. Don't worry. I'm not saying that you're talking bullshit. You know what I mean? I do believe that there is some lies going on.
The last 2 years with all this. And in Italy, we were in North Italy in 2019, just before we were in Milan. And
I know with the hurt flat of people. Yeah.
We were going out telling people. Yeah, we went to Italy.
To say that the hurt was flat. No, you did wrong.
Yes. No, why?
Because the hurt is not flat.
But prove me that water is curving. Prove me water is curving.
Well, it's the gravity, isn't it?
No. You can't say, well, it's gravity. That's not science. Science, my brother, has to be measurable. Not an idea. Otherwise, we're talking theory, which is theology. It's belief, which is religion.
Yeah, I do. But then, you know what I mean? If you say that it's flat, how can be the North Pole and the South Pole? Explain me that. Okay. And then I leave. If you explain me that.
Okay. Later, what if I said to you that
North Pole, South Pole,
the top of the tree,
cold and cold.
Yeah, the top of the tree was the North Pole, and the roots of the tree were the South Pole. Okay. And then you split the tree down the side and let it open up like this. And now you got a table. And on that table, you got a North Pole where the bowl is. With the bowl of the roots.
Yeah, but somebody has to control that. Somebody has to create the snow. Somebody has to create that.
So you know why they did this?
Is that what they think in the Italian brew is this is not actually sun, but it's somebody projecting a light.
No. So
this is what they think.
Well, I don't think
so you shouldn't follow them.
No,
this is what they think.
No, I don't. I mean, but they're allowed to theorize because we don't actually know. No one knows. You see, that's the beautiful thing about this. We have to admit we don't know what's outside. Some say it's water.
Yeah, we don't know.
And we don't know exactly how the light works. I have theories and I love to debate them with people who've already got over the idea that we're not moving, we can't prove that we're spinning or going underneath something, and we can't prove that water is curving over any body of water other than a droplet. So we have to say that as far as our senses can tell us, lake, all parallel until the final one horizontal, parallel. And so for that reason, I say that we live inside something, and we're on top of it, we're standing on the hard part of it. This is where we are, and we cannot go up more than 100 miles, and we can only dig down 8 miles, 7 miles, something like that. That's the biggest, the furthest we've done. Russians, 7.5 miles or something. They gave up because they couldn't get on further. So we don't know.
We don't know exactly. That's the right thing. We don't know.
But I know I've been lied to. So if I know I've been
you
lied
don't know. Because you don't know.
but I know that I know that we've got no satellites in space. Google satellites in space. All you see is art. No pictures. No pictures. No pictures of the moon for 5 missions. Why not? On the final mission, 1 photo of the Earth. If you went there, you'd be like, no playing golf, I'm taking pictures. I want to see video of the Earth's spinning. I want to see it. And not only that, in 50 years, why aren't you going back on holiday? You know, because in 50 years with the technology of it, you should go back. Good luck, brother. I'm going to check it around. I've got a flight.
He's going to check it out. Awesome. Yeah, it's a shame he didn't have a lot longer. You know, he's there. You had him.
I was starting to reel him in.
Really was. He was. No, that was great. That I enjoyed that.
Fisher of men today. Cambridge, my friends, you've been lied to. Your science is a religion. Scientism has been designed to make you into a monkey mind.
Hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, the idea is just to bring people to question, just to bring people to all the lies the world is presenting us, and bring people to flat Earth. Yeah, so and who knows? It's just an introduction. There's no way that you're going to convert anyone on the street. We're not that delusional. We're not going to convert anybody on the street, and if we can just bring people to flat Earth and they can question for themselves.
Christ lives in each of us. Do not let your scientism, your belief of monkeys evolving into black people and black people evolving into white people.
I see vegan ice cream there.
God works within you.
Oh, let's Let's ask Matt if he's found the curvature. Matt, did you find any curvature?
I didn't find any curvature.
No? That's really disappointing.
I zoomed as far as I could, 83 times zoom.
Yeah.
But there was no curvature.
There's nothing there. Well, that's very disappointing. You're gutted. Yeah, you're confused. Yes, yes. And I'm gutted. Yes.
To keep you providing the love within.
Yeah, Dave just had a really good conversation. Really good. Enjoyed that.
Spinning rock. Rocks don't
Yeah.
float. Science has been mistaught. You cannot float rocks in space.
The
Oh my! Where was she then? Where?
just up there, at the top there.
Oh, I didn't realise.
When at rest.
Oh well, how come I can't see people up there? Oh, there is. There's someone there. I see.
It's I think it's like 189 steps.
Right.
£6 to get up if anyone wants to go up. I'll send you this photo.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
some
that's
footage.
fantastic. I don't know if you can see that, guys. That's...
And I could also see the Earth is flat on. Someone wrote it here somewhere, but
Yes,
there
yeah.
it is.
The Earth is flat. Ah, brilliant. I like that. Yes, please send that to me. Yes,
Yeah, and
I'd like that.
some video footage, so.
Oh, that's awesome. Dave, have you seen this? What you got? Have a look at this. He's got a little bit of your writing from above.
Yeah, I zoomed in on. I've just been at the tower.
Oh.
So
View from above.
yeah, I'll send it to Jason. And then he'll see you guys. Earth is flat.
Awesome.
Well, I've got some videos, so I'll send that.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I look forward to that. That's really good. Well done.
Another angle.
Yeah. Yeah, guys, just in case anybody's been donating, thank you so much for donating. All the donations have been going towards Fenn's accommodation, and if I do run out of money for towards fuel, then some will go towards fuel as well. But I'm doing okay at the moment. What it was is that I was meant to be working another 6 days before this tour started, and I come down with something. I was quite poorly for six or 7 days, and I didn't go to work, and it made things a little bit awkward at the last minute. So, but I've been doing okay actually. Yeah, that's interesting.
You love this, don't you, Mum?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Have you come across it all before? Yeah. We are being lied to. I don't know if you've heard of some of it as well, like Operation Mockingbird and.
God, yeah, I've been at this for a few years.
Really?
Now. Yes.
All right, so you get it.
This is lovely to see. Are you
Oh.
getting a lot of response?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's been fantastic.
All
You know,
good?
it's funny because I've had like someone. I was talking to someone a little bit like yourself who come here and spotted it all and kind of got it immediately. Of course. Yes. Yeah. No, it's been fantastic. We come here about 4 years ago, and we had all the boffins come out with their clipboards and things and trying to tell us this, that, and the other, and of course they come out with all their beliefs and show us the evidence.
Theory.
Yes.
Theory.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But we've kind of like strung both of them together because we feel like they're pretty much connected.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, it is all coming together at the moment, a bit, isn't
It
it?
is. We are on the prefaces of something, and I think we know where it's all going, and it's all because of him. You know, probably not him. Probably.
There's someone above him. And
Yeah, that's it. I mean, he's putting it all together, but he's still getting his strings pulled.
how can you just got to look at the guy's face. How can you trust that face? When he starts
He's a
talking-
James Bond character. We just need a white cuddly cat, don't we? Yes.
That's very good.
But no, it's been a fantastic response, and it's just starting to quieten down.
So are you part of a group of any sort?
Not necessarily. I mean,
You're just out here
there is the same faces that kind of turn up, but we've been doing this for quite a few years, and because of COVID got in the way, it just like we took like a year off and concentrated on COVID, and
The fallacy of all that.
Oh, rubbish, isn't it? It's just, and it kind of like it's like just one big distraction. Like don't look at all this. Let's look at this and big distraction.
Let's tell you about germs and bacteria and all that.
Yes.
Absolute crap.
Yes.
More of the same, isn't it?
Well, it took me a long time to kind of get there and know. I mean, 5 years ago, I believed everything that I was told. Absolutely everything. I believed the narrative. It's took me a little while. It's been a bit of a journey.
I think it is for all of us. It has to be, and it's a very personal journey for each individual. You can talk somebody until you can't speak anymore.
Yeah.
And unless you go and see that, get providence yourself.
I think here on the street, it's just nice to, if someone just grabs a seed, just one seed, we're never going to convince anyone what's going on. Just need a seed, just check something.
That's it. Never give up, eh?
Yeah. No, well, nice talking to you. Jason.
Nice to meet you, Jason.
All right.
Saying about the germ theory, you said
Yeah.
the other day.
Thank you.
All of this, you do tell us.
Yes. Keep away from the, jabs. Keep away from them.
Yeah,
we've not had them.
Very good.
And it is a jab, it's not a vaccine.
It's not a vaccine. It's just genetic modification. Well, there you go. Very enlightened.
What we were saying a minute ago, adds in with your pharmaceutical industry does not create cures, they create customers.
It's spot on, isn't it?
Yeah.
Awesome.
My husband, he'll be well jealous.
Oh, well, there you go. Nice talking to you. It's all right. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. See, some people just come out and, that they're already on board. They get it. It's and then it's just wow. A funny story is these banners here, which were these ones here. So. I was a little bit nervous and I knew that I must go out and speak to people myself. So you'll see it if you go on my channel, and it's the decoy one. It's if you look at that one, that was my first ever activism, going out. I had to do it by myself. I needed to feel the fear because I was terrified and just get on with it and start talking to people. And if you watch that, the first sort of couple of groups that come out, they were all flat earthers, and it was. I thought, oh right, oh my God, have I missed the boat? Is everybody a flat earther? This is strange. It's really odd. So if you haven't seen that video, that's I think it's a cracking video. Really good it is. My first time ever out on the streets. I guess that was probably about 5 years ago now, is it? 5 or 6 years ago? I don't know if you ever watched that, Matt.
What's that?
My first video of decoy it is.
Probably not, no.
You go and have a watch of that. It's on my YouTube, it is. And I'm just letting these people know it's someone, me, going out, and I'm terrible fear, but I have to push on through and do this by myself. And push through the fear, and and it was a great day because the first couple of groups that come out, they were already flat earthers.
Oh, that's all right.
And it was like,
You had it easy then to
well,
start
I couldn't believe it. I thought, oh my God, it's like, am I a bit late? Is everybody a flat earther? What's going on? No, have I missed this? Yeah.
not everyone can do it. It does take a lot of guts to come out and.
But it's in the end, you just relax and just talk.
Yeah.
Just talk to people.
Can't stay silent, can you? That's
Yeah, I've calmed down and relaxed a little bit. Before I mean, if you look at some of my videos, there's a group here, I'd be straight in there and thrust the camera in the face and challenge them, but I've calmed down now. No, probably doesn't make great entertainment, was it? But I just want to give people a little bit more respect and a little bit more time, But like these guys. It's a tough one. Yeah. It's a tough one. Have you tried to answer any of them? No? All right. Okay. It's Nathan Oakley. It's a YouTube channel, and he's got 9 questions that he wants people to answer. I mean, we're in an educated city here, you know, like, and these educated people should come out, and they should be able to tell us, and you know, all of these answers, and it should be easy because we live on a globe, so it should be easy.
Yes, it is.
But apparently, it's not easy. Apparently, that no one can answer these like properly, correctly. Any evidence for the distance to the sun? We're told it's 93 million miles away. We want evidence. How do you get to the evidence? And they can't come up with anything. There is no evidence.
That's very interesting.
Yeah, take a picture of it, please.
I'll take a picture.
All right, okay. All right. Yeah, the foreign language, and I don't want to push too much, but if they take a picture, Nathan, who knows, you've got another visitor. Yes. And the rest of the team. I say Nathan, it might be Nathan's channel, but it's actually all of their channels. You know, they all contribute fantastic stuff. Yeah, a little bit like I say, this isn't my tour, this is everybody's tour, you know. Right, I believe, oh God, let's throw that in the bin. I think that it's time to quickly check in on Lisa. She's always doing this so far away. She needs to do these drawings right next to us. But she was here first. We just didn't want to be around the corner. Right, let's see. Hope you don't mind a quick trip round the corner. Don't know if you can see my shadow. Wow, I've never wore a hat before, and look at that, eh? Oh, I may have had a hat for when it's winter or keep midges off, but I don't normally do hats in the summer. Right, she must be shattered. Long day in the sun. Oh, it's quieting down here. Oh, maybe she can protect it. Look at this. How's you, okay? No, you're not. You've got ages to go.
You know what? I think I'm going to skip this guy out.
All right. Well, we've wrapped up. We're just going now, so we'll see you later. Okay? No. Yeah. No. Let me sit down first. Oh. Okay. Yeah. You're gonna have to shorten it, aren't you?
Well, if I put her in, at least that's I don't know, the clown. I think it's worth putting the clown on.
Okay.
Have those two faces up.
Right. We'll speed it up then. Well, hang on. Let me see what time it is, because let's see what time we'll be going. Oops. It's 4:30, Lisa. So, you know, you may only have about an hour max, and you've been on that a long time just for that. So, an hour. I know. Well, you should have come here at 5 in the morning.
Oh, I came here at 10.
At 10.
I did my laundry before that.
Did you? All right. Well, there you go. She's getting on with it. I'll leave her be for a little bit. I just wanted to see how she was. Do you need anything, water or anything? You sure? I can get you more water if you need it. You're okay for a bit? Okay. All right. Right, come on, get speedy. I know you can't. Don't. No, it won't, or you know, I don't believe in can't. You know. Yeah, there you go. I've got 5p for your contract fee.
I mean, if you think you could do it faster.
Yeah, easy. I've got a printer at home, no problem. That's in a bit. Yes. She's getting on with it. It must be great to be artistic and do stuff like that. Fantastic. I'm always in awe of those who can do that sort of stuff, and musicians. I'm always in awe of musicians. I think that's like just learning a different language, isn't it?
I'm off now.
Are you off? Are you, Matt?
Good to see you, yeah.
No, that's great. Oh, thank you so much for coming. Oh, lovely. Thank you. That's a couple of coffees.
All right, mate.
Buy me a coffees. Thank you so much, Matt.
No, it's good to see you all anyway.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's been fantastic today. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's one of the better. I think we're going to look back and say this is one of the best days.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed today. Yeah, for you emailing that or messaging me, are you on my Messenger or Facebook or something? Sign up to my Facebook as friends.
All right, yeah.
And then I'll add you, and then you can send it that way.
Oh, lovely.
Good
okay,
stuff.
mate. Good to see you.
Yeah, and you too, Matt. Cheers, buddy. Yeah, very nice. I like Matt. Yes. And yeah, Matt's just given us a donation. So that's really, really appreciated. I will pass that on to Dave, because he's got he's going to be sorting out some accommodation for us tonight. And if I pass that straight on to him, that'll go towards that. So that'll be fantastic. There you go. You all right? What have you been doing?
Oh, I dissect people's heads. I ask them. It's a very, very benevolent primate experiment. Ask human primates to put 22 different colours in their preferred order. From their preferences, I reveal everything about it. Integral workings of their mind, profound depths of their soul, and their present psychological condition.
Wow.
Very, very moment itself.
Wow.
I have done a few vivisectionists, and then of course the colours revealed they were choosing, as I would expect, for someone working in Auschwitz. It's uncanny.
Right. Yes. You must be hot in all of that, are you?
I don't stay in the sun for too long. It's just about cool enough. I'm wearing this pyjama top, so it tends to be...
Is that what it is?
You're doing this thing, are you?
Yes.
Right.
And no, it's been a great success today. Thoroughly enjoyed Cambridge.
Yeah, I think the mistake you're making with that bottom left thing...
Which one's that? Oh, this one?
Yeah, it's a bit binary. I don't think life is binary. It can be both.
Okay. All right, okay.
Yes, I think that's the mistake the pharmaceutical industry make, because everyone's talking in binary terms. If you present another binary, you're not really explaining
As in we're saying it's red or blue, you know, that we're just giving a kind of, yeah, you're saying it shouldn't be that.
It can be the case.
It can be both.
Yes, I mean, ultimately, some microorganisms are inherently pathogenic.
Yeah.
And you can't, like, it's not or they don't exist, or they're not, you know, they
well, we've kind of just asked for proof. That's all we've asked for.
Well, no, there is.
Is there?
There is definitely proof.
Oh yeah, but that's what I didn't realise. In any scientific body, any scientific institute in the whole world, no one has ever proved the existence of a virus. No one.
Well, I think you're wrong.
Okay. Oh well.
But I think that the overall message you're presenting is profoundly worthwhile.
Okay.
I think if you go into the realms of something that isn't real as an alternative, then you hugely undermine your case.
Okay. Oh, okay. Nice talking to you. Oh, he's got his own opinion. That's okay. All right, guys. Go on. I see a few. Have you come across this before? No. Okay. So we're just kind of like going around all the cities, and we're just talking to people about flat Earth and about all the media spin and lies that we've been presented lately. You know, like, do we trust our governments? Do they tell us the lies empirically? You know. So
Tell me about the Mandela.
Okay. For me, it's a little bit of fun, you know. And that, for a lot of people, it's quite serious, you know. But
it's kind of disturbing.
It is, you know, like, because there is kind of changes. I know for a fact. I grew up knowing that there's a monocle on that guy, and yet, why is it different? Why is it changed?
I remember that too. Yeah.
It's
the Mandela one is weird.
I know her to have braces it's from Moonraker when
I've not seen that.
She looks round at this big guy Jaws. She looks round at him and they smile. It's part of the scene. She's got braces on and he's got braces on, and it's the punchline.
Yeah.
And she never did have braces.
There is definitely some I remember. Like, I know the Kit Kat one.
Yes.
The Febreze one really was strange. The sex in the city, a lot of them, and the Pikachu.
It's odd. So are we
Are we
misremembering things, or is something a little bit?
Is something being changed?
No, I don't know
If
that
you
one.
play it backwards, she's saying "Hell Satan."
Oh, is she?
Yeah,
No.
literally in all of the original ones.
Oh, wow.
There's a lot of that in songs, isn't there? It's creepy.
So, we
And the mirror, magic mirror.
Magic
mirror.
mirror. That's right. There was no such thing as mirror.
That freaks me out.
Yes.
What's this guy, the top guy? The guy next to Forrest Gump.
Yeah. So there was.
He looks slightly.
There was a film.
There's something that doesn't sit
There
right.
was a film. It was all about a genie, and he swears blind that he was never part of such a film. But he was, because I watched it and I remember him. And there was a genie in the film and I watched it. I know it happened, but apparently it didn't.
What's the Ford one?
The Ford one, it's all about the little.
Can we stand on this?
Yeah, of course you can. It's all about that. The little. So there's a channel, if you remember it. It's on YouTube called Brian Staveley. Okay, Brian Staveley on YouTube, and he breaks down all of this. I would say he's the world expert on the Mandela effect. World expert.
Yeah, I love Mandela.
It is interesting.
It's very interesting and very spooky and weird, and are we delusional? Have we got psychological problems? Something's not right, or is something more untoward?
Yeah.
Is it real? So I put it on here because it is a conversation that people are having on the internet.
Yeah, no, it is. It is something that does wig me out.
Yes.
It is a strange one.
So I think it's got a place here, but most of it's all about exactly all the lies and I don't know, like chemtrails and 5G and core modification.
That's why our phones are going weird. Because everyone's updating to 5G now.
Yes. I think that's why, I think they're trying to move us all onto that, aren't they? But it worries me. I went to a friend's house yesterday, and he's got the most amazing 5G outside his house. And we did a little thing. We did about 780 megabit per second, which is like, at home, I get about 5. I live in the countryside. So I get 5, and he gets 780. And it's like, this isn't, so that means the power is really ramped up so high. And of course, what sort of damage is that going to do to us all? Don't eat and don't warm your food up anymore. Just eat it raw and just walk around.
Exactly, that's the thing. It's becoming harder not to to avoid things.
But that's right. We are in a soup of electromagnetism right now. If you're an electrical being, and you are, we can put probes on your head and we can get all these electrical pulses from you. You're an electrical being. So if we're in this thick soup of all this electromagnetism and all these, Wi-Fi and AM and FM and all these other microwave and gamma waves and all these frequencies all whizzing around, what damage is that doing to us?
That's why you need to level up and get to higher consciousness.
Well, yes, I'm with you there. But so we come on to, I've brought in Flat Earth with all the lies that we are told. This is a hard one for a lot of people. It's like a step too far. So it's like we can't see too far.
Isn't there pictures of it being a circle?
Well,
I don't know. I can't read them out.
I mean, obviously, we've been presented what they call, NASA's presented as images. It says on their website, these are images, and on a lot of images, it says that these are composite images of Earth. But they will not say that any of these are photographs. And a composite image is me going snap, 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 and join them all together and stitch something up. There's a guy there called Robert Sims. And he's on record, he works for NASA, and he turned around, he probably doesn't now, but it was a while ago. When the first one came out on Time magazine and on your iPhone and that, he actually puts them, I mean, we thought this was real when it came on our iPhones.
Yeah.
But it's not. He actually layers it, and it's artistry. He puts all this together on Photoshop. Wow. He says so. And yet we all had it on our iPhones. It was in Time magazine, and it was presented to the world that this is real. And it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh, so is that why it says 71% of Earth is water and it always finds its level?
And you tip your bottle up and you tell me, does water find its level?
I see what you're saying.
It does.
But then people would argue that's gravity pulling it.
That's what they say. We'll say, can you evidence this? Is there anywhere? Can we get a ball, a concrete ball, a lead ball? Can we demonstrate that? Can we evidence water clinging to a ball? It's not possible. Two masses that attract to each other.
No, because it falls off, doesn't it?
course it will. Yes. Yes.
Oh my God.
No, it seems like you're about as educated as me. I tell you, honestly, you're okay. You're in good company.
What about that ball hanging from the string? That
Foucault's pendulum?
Yep.
Okay, so he's talking about Foucault's pendulum. If you have a look, on every Foucault's pendulum in the entire world, it actually keeps moving. There's a little battery and a motor at top, and they keep moving it with that. Every pendulum. There's only one company in the world that is allowed to make them. He's got the copyright. Is it copyright? Patent.
Yeah.
So he's got the patent on it, and there's only one company in the world. They build these all over the world, and they put a battery in a little motor that moves this around. There's no such thing as the Earth spinning and making a pendulum move around. No such thing. So.
What do you think about in space?
Thank you very much.
No, it's nice talking to you. No.
What do you think about in space photos?
Well, I was just talking to the lady there. So NASA presents it to us what's considered images. They won't go as far as to say that they're photographs. They are composite images. I don't know if you know what a composite image is, where I go click, 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 and then we'll join it all together, Photoshop it. This guy here, he used to work, he either still works for them, or I'm not sure if he still works for them, but he worked for NASA, and he's on record saying that, Earth, for the iPhone and for Time magazine and all that, he actually put the layers in, put the clouds in, put all the all the other parts to it. They photoshopped it, and so we don't have any photographs of Earth of Earth. We don't have any.
How about SpaceX and the sun? Does the sun rotate around the flat Earth?
The sun does rotate around the flat Earth, so that the Earth is stationary, stuck solid, and a small local sun, not as big as what they claim to be. I think they claim it to be 400 times bigger, 400 times further away. It's actually it's 93 million miles away with no evidence to support that whatsoever. These questions here, this is from the Flat Earth debate. You can go on here, Nathan Oakley's channel, and you can answer any of them 9 questions. And we're in Cambridge, where all the scientific boffins of the world are probably here, and not one of them can answer any of them satisfactorily. Not one. And it should be easy, because we live on a ball. It should be very easy.
How do you think the world started then?
I don't know. You must be comfortable with saying, without giving people BS, and be comfortable with saying, I don't know. And that's what you'll get from me on stuff like that. I couldn't possibly know.
Wow, that makes interesting. So do you believe in God?
Myself, I'm an agnostic. I think it's kind of like crazy for anyone to be an atheist with no proof whatsoever. And I kind of think on the other side as well. I think the other side, if you do believe in God, I think that comes from not just textbooks and Bibles and all that. I think it comes from within. So it's a spiritual connection. But for myself, I have to remain on the fence because I don't know. No BS. So this is an interesting one. These are the temperatures in space. So a lot of us, I grew up knowing that the International Space Station was in space. I mean, 5 years ago I put these banners together, but so back then I realised that the temperatures in space are quite hot. And if you go on science.com, you'll find out that these are, so the temperatures in the thermosphere are 2,000 degrees Celsius. But if you check the melting point of aluminium and titanium, these can't possibly exist in space. They're just going to get hotter and hotter. Now remember, there's a difference between kind of like infrared heat and direct heat and that. These don't have, if there's no air molecules in space to dissipate, to take away all of that heat, to take it away, there's nothing, you're in a vacuum of space. So this should just be getting hotter and hotter and hotter and melting. They're not there in space. We see something flying around. We don't know what it is, but it certainly isn't that high up, you know. That's
It's like an airplane. Thank you.
Nice talking to you guys.
Want to ask you a few questions?
Yes, of course.
You can film me as well.
You can film as well.
For a blog.
No, that's fine.
Do you mind explaining to me
in very simple English, I mean, say if you're talking to a child, what all this is.
What all this is. Okay. We're travelling through the UK, and initially we were just going to travel with these two top banners, and these two top banners was in a world full of lies and media spin. And do we believe in our government telling us the truth with all the different countries and all that? We believe that governments aren't telling us the truth, you know, on so many different subjects.
So what kind of subjects are they?
So we've built a wall up here. So we've got we start off with, you've got common law there. We should be using a lot more common law than the Admiralty legal system that we've been using all this time. About dinosaurs, if you go to any museum in the world, you'll find that they have, like, I don't know, it's probably some sort of animal, crushed animal bone, chicken bones or something mixed with plaster of Paris and that. No dinosaurs have ever been discovered. It is rubbish. You know, like, if you ask anyone in the world, can you show me a full dinosaur, and not one museum in the world can show you. They'll say that they're in the vault, buried out down there, and these are replicas, and that's what they'll say. So, getting on to there's stuff about what's happening in the pandemic, and, you know, like between viruses and that. There's no evidence in all the scientific bodies, all the scientific institutions in the world, that no one has ever discovered the existence of a virus. No one, period. And if you test them on that with Cox postulates and ask them to prove that, no one has ever proved this. Ever. Cox postulate.
What is that? Sorry, I'm like, forgive my naivety. I'm not.
Yeah, well, forgive my naivety, because it's too much me. I've read about it. but I'm certainly not a teacher to teach that part. So forgive me on that. Sorry. I can talk about something. I can talk about flat Earth.
Because I do blogs. I'm a YouTuber. I've just spoken to a flat earther before. When I say the word flat earther, that means that.
No, globe denier, flat earther. You can label me what you want. I'm fine.
Yeah, I don't mean to box you in.
No.
I've spoken to someone about that, and I guess if I'm being completely honest with you, I don't believe that the Earth is flat.
That's okay.
But when I spoke to the individual, what I really got from the conversation was and like what you're saying, the idea to question everything.
Yes. Right. So that's great. You know, like that's I mean, when you were when you were a child, and that you didn't have the ability to critically think things. Now that as an adult, when you start questioning everything now as an adult, yes, we've got the ability to critically think. Things are a lot more different. You know, like, so this here is the Flat Earth debate. It's run by Nathan Oakley here. And he's got a great gang of people that come onto his show, and you can go on his show, and you can debate them, you can challenge them on certain subjects. This is what they call the housekeeping questions. Now, we're in Cambridge today, and we've got the elites of education here today. You know, here in Cambridge, but they can't answer that satisfactorily. They can't answer any of them. And if they live on a globe Earth, a ball, this should be all easy. It should be so easy for them. And yet they'll struggle when they go on his show, and he'll tell them why, that it's wrong. Whatever answer they come up with, it's wrong. And he'll break it all down and show them. So it's a fantastic one. It's run by Nathan Oakley. So that's the channel name, Nathan Oakley, and Nathan Oakley 1980.
I do know of Nathan Oakley. Who's the individual that I spoke to? Let me just double check.
Let me come on this side, because the sun keeps knocking my phone out with temperature.
That I spoke to? Let me just double check. Because I did try to reach out to Nathan Oakley when I was actually speaking about this.
Yeah, well, just present yourself to his channel, subscribe, and go on his channel, and you can have a chat with him.
Have you heard of?
Most people's lifestyle choices is what's killing them, which leads them getting it, which leads them taking pharmaceuticals, which actually make it worse.
Dave Murphy?
Yes, I know Dave.
Yeah, allegedly Dave. I spoke to him in depth actually.
Okay.
When did I speak to him? Last year I did.
Okay.
Can you talk me through Klaus Schwab?
Klaus Schwab on the W Economic Forum.
I've seen,
so basically, I mean,
Russell Brand speak about him quite a lot.
He's bringing all the elites of the world together. He's bringing, okay? So you got people like Justin Trudeau. We've had like Prince Charles and Boris been involved, and many other world leaders. I forget the Prime Minister of New Zealand. I've forgotten their name and that. But all of these people, he's brought them all together. This is what his famous quote: "Own nothing, and you'll be happy." They want to bring in smart cities. They want to change the economy to be digital only and all have digital IDs and things like social credit scoring and things like that. I never elected him.
Very dystopian in a way.
I never elected him. You didn't elect him. And yet he's bringing the whole world together and changing the way that we live. And can we see parts of it happening now? Yes, we can. We can see, like the collapse of cryptocurrencies and things. We can see petrol prices going up and food and things going up, and food manufacturing plants are being burnt, and like ships are being halted at harbours.
What is that down to? Is that down to Klaus Schwab, or is that just down to economic forces, political forces, that sort of thing?
Well, these guys, these elites and all that, I mean, like they're in control of. They have such conferences like the Bilderberg Group and that. They all get together. They talk about. They plan our future. Like we think that it's all about politics and that they plan. They're puppets. Like these are the people that BlackRock, Vanguard, Citibank and that, Rothschilds and Rockefellers and DuPont family. These are the guys that are running our world. I never elected any of them. And yet they've got more control than our politicians.
What do you hope happens from here on out?
Well, the thing is, I feel like I'm a little bit of a pessimist. I feel as though, is it too late? A lot of people are so blinkered. 90% of all the people and all that, they're so blinkered, and they watch far too much BBC, far too much ITV and that, and they all go along with the narrative. Now, not many people here are with masks and that, and yet, like the second winter comes and the government clicks their fingers, they'll all submit again and they'll put their masks up again, and and all be terrified all over again. What do I want to happen? I want people to just start asking questions. Desperate people just start asking questions. That's it. That's where I want to happen.
When that point comes, let's say like you just described, when the government clicks their fingers and are saying, right, masks, COVID's back, get vaccinated. What do you do in that situation personally?
No, fine. I've never worn a mask, and of course I carry on living my life as a free human being, and it's never affects my life. It would affect it if I wanted to go travelling, on airplanes and things. But so far, the whole COVID nonsense never affected me at all. But I see how much it affects others.
Interesting. Thank you so much, man.
No, yeah, you're welcome.
Your name, sorry?
Jason. And my YouTube channel is Jason of the Disbury family.
Jason of the Disbury family. Where can, let's say, I want to find out a bit more about what all this.
Yeah, let me give you a leaflet. I can give you a leaflet, and so on there, there's some websites. We call them truth links, like 9/11plainhopes.com and Stop Look Think.
Yeah.
There's some great websites there.
Amazing. Thank you
Awesome.
so much, man. I appreciate
You're
your
welcome.
time. Thanks.
Yep.
Take care of yourself.
Cheers, and you too. There you go. So he's had a chat to Dave Murphy. So I hope I give a good account of myself. Right, I'm desperate for some water. And we'll be packing in very shortly. Oh dear, that's quite warm. Where did we get water from? One of them cafes sold water. I wonder if I can get one. Because that is far too warm. Sorry guys, I've got to take you with me. I need some water, and I need some cold water. Yeah, I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them sells ice cold water. Might have been this one, I don't know. Let's have a look. Oh, sorry guys. It might not have been here, I don't know. So how do you like the hat? I'm not sure if it was here. Was it your place that does ice cold water, bottles of water? It is you. Right, my friend popped over before, but I was unsure. I think we could. I'm in the right place.
Yeah, for sure. Hang on a sec.
Can you do me now, please? The fan. Can I have a go, please? Oh. It's
Again.
I think this is the hottest so far, isn't it? Hottest day so far.
Cold water, very cold. No, like ice.
Oh, is that all good?
Please, can we give you some ice in the cup? This one, you don't need ice in the cup. No, I need it.
Sorry.
If you could give me, it would be great.
Okay. Can I get two of them?
Sorry, two on the
Two of
water.
them, please.
Let me give you ice. Oh. And I give you 2 ice. Okay. Very, very thank you, ma'am. Love you.
When it's cold water, I love them too.
Yeah. I know my sir wants so.
No problem.
My sir wants the cold water.
Awesome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Oh. Yes, thank you so much for that. How much is that?
£2.42.
There you go.
Thank you.
There you go. Thank you very much. Lovely one. Awesome. Right, let's turn that round. I have ice cold water. I've only got 2 bottles. It's only because I can only hold 2 bottles. That's been a great day, guys. Thoroughly enjoyed it, and hope you guys have enjoyed it too. Yeah, can't wait to come back here again. Let's put one in there. Right, sorry, I'm going to put you down for a second. Yep, sorry about that. I kind of. Harry, how have you enjoyed it?
Brilliant setting, brilliant day, but I've got too involved with talking off camera. People didn't want to be filmed. They were quite captivating. So, yeah.
Do you want cold water? I've got cold water there. Yeah.
Sure.
Let me grab you. Sorry, guys. Let me just get Harry a bottle. Here you go.
How's your day been?
Oops. Yes. No, it's been fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed it. I've had some good conversations, and I'd say 90% have been very respectful. I've had 1 or 2 idiots, but
It's that sort of place where people are annoyed at you. They're still very sophisticated and respectful.
yeah. I mean, as I say, if there's a few here that got their £100,000 educations who think that they know better, you know.
Of course they do.
Yeah. I noticed that the 2 guys that you were talking to, 2 young guys that you were talking to earlier on, that went on for a long time, that one.
Off camera, yeah. Incredible. Only young, 22, but of course everything was closed, and I was kind of not saying they knew it all at 22, but
Yeah.
that's where it was at. So.
Yeah, were they cutting you down with beliefs?
Yeah, but they were
Closing you down.
Focused on respect.
Right.
focused on,
Gotcha.
being mature enough and respectful enough to disagree on a different point of view, and they came round to that. And credit to them, they showed a lot of maturity there.
And then you could move on to another subject, another, you know.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, awesome.
That was enjoyable.
No, it's been fantastic. You need to speak to Dave about accommodation. He's been, I don't know if you know about that.
Nope.
So, or when he's finished and all that, we'll have a chat about a 3-bedroom cottage or something. It'll have washing machines and all that. Might be interesting. So. No. He's I think either you've been busy or he's been busy. One of the two, isn't there? Clash of times. Right. Oh, it's just going over there. Right. So where are we on time? We've I don't want to cut this off until we go and see Lisa again, but there's no way that she's going to be finished, is she?
Something has been
parallel. No, that's through like solid glass and so on.
Yeah, but when it passes through the atmosphere, it's coming through different atmospheric gases. They will all disperse light in different manners. It's not going to be the same going through oxygen as it is going through nitrogen. When you're going through different parts of the atmosphere, the light is refracted at different rates. You also have the angle of incidence that the sunlight is hitting the atmosphere.
We've got someone, bit of a boffin.
Have much different, you don't get as much heat per area squared as you're saying, because the light's coming in at
have not been investigated. We have to believe that, and somebody else.
But you would believe it because
I've not been investigated.
The same sunlight is coming and hitting the sun from so when it's hitting the equator, it's travelling slightly less. But not only is it travelling slightly less distance, it's attacking it. So it's attacking straight on at the equator. So it's much more potent sunlight. Hence why obviously around the equator you've got much higher temperatures. If you go to the North Pole, it's arriving not only at a further distance, it's also arriving at a different angle of incidence, which is why you get less heat per square foot, which is why you've got the poles. It's the same as Mars, and we can see Mars as a ball.
No, you see it as a circle.
You can see Mars as a ball.
Do you believe we landed on the moon then?
Yes.
Really? Yes. So, if we get into say the moon in the last couple of nights, it's very bright and you can read small print on the newspaper with moonlight. You understand the inverse square law of light?
Yeah.
Half the distance, 4 times as bright.
Yeah.
So we're looking at the moon, it's 238,000 miles away, and we can read newspaper in the dark by moonlight. We half that distance, it's 4 times as bright. We half it again, it's 4 times as bright again. Half it again, it's 4 times as bright.
But the light's not a source. The light's reflecting.
Let's forget what it is.
No, because you're misusing the formula. The formula is a source of light which causes a radiance.
Right,
if it's reflecting the light, then the formula doesn't hold. It's like me saying to you that I'm just going to rearrange or withdraw some of the equations of motion that Newton came up with just because it doesn't fit my principle. That's not how I argue. I argue what I can see. And so if someone says to me the formula only operates if I'm studying a source of light, the moon is not a source of light. It's reflecting because it's tidally locked.
So that's
okay. The same
we're told it's tidally locked. It's not been proven.
It is
so let's get back into luminosity and how bright the moon is, so we can read by it and so on. So when on the daytime side of the moon, there's a photograph of the moon like that, there's Buzz Aldrin or whoever that is near Armstrong, and it's just a grey dusty ball. It doesn't seem to be reflecting the light that I can visually see from the moon. We need science to tell us that my senses are wrong.
But your senses are, like, if we trust our own senses, which we know are flawed evolutionary, then we need to look at, that's the scientific process. It's taking yourself out of the
I trust my own senses. If you don't trust your own senses, that's up to you. I trust my own senses, and I don't need an external
So you need your own senses. So does a fish, a goldfish in a fishbowl, know what's going on outside the fishbowl? It's part of the bowl, so it's difficult to study. In the same way, it's difficult to study physics because you're part of the bowl. So the operation of physics is to remove yourself from the bowl and try your best to use the scientific method to give yourself. You're never going to have perfection in that because you are part of the thing you're measuring, and that always causes a difference in the measurement that you're going to get. It's the same thing with quantum mechanics. By even looking at something, you affect the result you're going to get. So you're...
and that's a complete nonsense. How can you, as a grown man, believe just by visually observing quantum mechanics, by looking at it, it changes? I looked into quantum mechanics.
Yeah, you've looked into it.
And Schrodinger's cat and all that stuff.
Yeah, but so what you're saying is that just because you can't prove it yourself or because you can't see it with your own eyes isn't so I take it by that you don't believe in God. Can you prove God?
Do you believe in God?
No. But I don't if someone says to me,
you prove the Big Bang?
There's evidence.
Do you believe you've evolved from a monkey, from a fish, from an amoeba?
Well, do you believe that you've not?
Yeah, I don't believe evolution.
If you don't believe evolution, what do you believe happened?
I don't know. I think this realm has been created for us.
So you don't believe in a deity?
I don't know what it is. It could be a big fish. It could be a big fish. For all I know, it's a big little.
Yeah, so you believe in a higher power?
Whether it's a higher power, it might be us collectively.
Why?
If it's us collectively, then you must understand that, for example, if we've created the technology that you can see what it does today, we can send light around the world, we know the circumference of the planet.
How?
You can measure it.
How?
How?
I'm just asking how.
How can we travel around the globe and get to the same place?
Yeah. You say we can measure it?
Light gauge. You know the speed of light because you can measure the speed of light.
How?
Can we do the 10 questions on the...
You can literally walk around, you know the circumference of the world because it's measurable. We are on it.
It's measurable.
It's measurable. So if you know the speed of light and you know...
Who measured it?
Yeah, but if that's your argument... That's
No, it's not my argument. I'm just asking questions. I'm just
It's
asking.
been verified though, scientifically. So that what you're saying by saying who measured it is
I'm asking questions. That was all. I was just
Are you
curious.
throwing all science out then? Do you know? But do you question every single bit, even if it's?
You seem very educated. I just want to bring this to your attention. It was just about to bring you. Yeah, of course. Of course.
So it helped me off over there.
Oh, well. I was literally just bringing him over, and he may come back. I'm not sure. We'll see. No, I'm not throwing all science out. I'm asking questions. And I was being respectful to listen, and I will listen. That's good. He's probably not coming back. Or will he? I don't know. Interesting if he does. He seems very educated.
I take care of myself and I take care of the world around me because I know that it's something much more than simply just run the planet.
Yeah. So, I mean, you're right. I just asked him how can we measure the speed of light, and that's where I think that if he can't answer that, then it's probably coming from a belief system again, isn't it? A higher authority told him so. It was written in a book. He's repeating. And as far as I'm concerned, he may be right. I don't know. It's not something I can test. But if he does know for himself, if he knows, then he should be able to evidence that. If he doesn't know, then just say, I don't know. Stop BSing people. Just if you don't know something, just say you don't know. It's no big deal.
And it comes round into you, and then at the point of...
Seems Dave's having a good discussion. Yeah, it's a shame that, because someone who seemed very educated, it would have been really nice to get him to look at Nathan Oakley's housekeeping questions. Yeah, I'm not sure he's coming back, is he? I think that's a lost cause. Yeah, I can't even see where he went. Okay. Yes, you need to ban bicycles from this place.
And we look at the primary field experiments by David LaPointe and others. We find that when they take two magnetic cores and then they put them opposing, why would inside if the Earth was which person I don't believe it's like that. It's like a quasar. Why would government come out of it? And in the centre of that, turning the disk, what they call this accretion disk. It's almost like looking at a mini galaxy or something.
I think the guys with the ice creams, I think...
in electromagnetic shows me how I think it could be. That, they like to figure
that old chestnut, you heard that, didn't you? That's TV propaganda again. That's the curvature calculator. So it's based on Pythagorean's theorem, spherical trigonometry. It says for every mile there should be an 8-inch per square drop every mile. So it goes 8 inches, 32, 72, and just gets bigger and bigger and bigger, the drop of what we consider Earth curvature. We live on a ball, we live on a, so it should be measurable.
I thought it was a cube made up of that.
It's a which? It's a what? Yeah, sure. And here, oh, we're just showing this as this is basically not my maths. This is the heliocentric models maths on.
How do you explain how
Tides work. I have to say, I don't know. I think we seem to have got ourselves in this world where a lot of people like astrophysicists and all that, they keep giving us a lot of BS. Sorry? I don't know, you need to ask a liar why he's doing that. You have to. Well, I'm not telling you the lies, they are. So all we're doing is questioning. Which one was I lying about? What?
The flat Earth.
Oh, the flat Earth, because not all flat Earth.
I know, I mean, they're pretty much all as bad as each other.
We don't live in a come-by-our world. Our governments do tell lies to us.
Of course they do.
So that's what that is the biggest lie of all.
If the Earth's flat...
Okay, so one at a time.
If the Earth's flat...
Yeah.
Why are the waves?
Why are the waves? I think what I've heard, and I will say I don't know, but what I've heard, it's about the sun and the moon being at an anoid for the Earth, and no, not gravity, because like with gravity, that's never been. Well, when someone can prove it, can you prove gravity? Could it not just be density and relative density and buoyancy? Could it be that? It would not make so much sense. So you've got Sir Isaac Newton. That's what you were taught with. Sir Isaac Newton, two masses brought together, and then later on in college and university, you were taught the Einstein relativity, special relativity. That's what you were taught later on. Okay, the bending of time and space. All theories that can never be proven, just theories. Well, about physics? Well, the scientific method can prove things, can't it? Things that are testable, repeatable. Well, yes, there is, and I haven't. Let me give you something then. Let's test that. Okay. So where I live in Devon. Okay. And I'll give you two examples, but I live in Devon, and when I'm stood on the pier, this is at Brixham, and I look across the bay, I can see Exmouth. I can see people walking on the beach at 17.5 miles away. So I zoom in, I can see them, they're all there, it's all dead clear, I can see people. Now, there is a mathematical formula to decide on there should be a body of water. It's about 40-50 foot high on 17.5 miles, and I shouldn't be able to see any of. Just like if you stand in Calais and look at the White Cliffs of Dover, you're only meant to see 50 feet of the highest peak. But you stand on the White Cliffs of Dover, and I guarantee you will see the White Cliffs of Dover in its entirety.
Stand on the west coast of Ireland and with a telescope see the US?
It's a great point. It is. It's a great point. Well, no, I was just about to. But okay. So when you look at these green trees here and see how vibrant and how green they are, but over distance, 5 miles, 10 miles, they'll start getting greyer and greyer and greyer, and it's just atmospheric density. That's all it is. And of course, perspective, because anything that far is going to get. You can prove that yourself. You're a scientist, and you can prove that yourself. You don't need to be smart or anything like that. You can prove that yourself. See, now you're just insulting. No, that's it. Yeah.
I've never had anything so stupid in my entire life.
So which part did I say was stupid? Was that not? Did that not make sense about the atmospheric? It didn't. Oh, that's sad. So when you get in a swimming pool and you can see your hand in front of you, but you can't see the people. So, well, but she just asked me about why can't we see, let's get back to the question, why can't we see from Ireland all the way to, where was it, Tokyo or somewhere, did she say? You know, for a long distance away. So that's what, that was her, that was, so, well, yeah, and perspective, which I was alluding to as well, I was getting there. So over that distance, things are obviously going to get smaller and smaller and smaller, and your eyes would not be able to resolute from such a distance. But you can see it. So you can see the moon, which is a larger object, which is supposedly 238,000 miles away, that you can't prove.
Atmospheric doesn't seem to stop you seeing that.
Well, you're going through less atmosphere, aren't you? Because it's straight up. You're going through, but all the air gets thinner, doesn't it?
On the edge of the earth.
That's propaganda from the TV. No flat earther has ever said that there is an edge. No flat earth. So it's just you're watching too much TV.
Then what's on
Too
the
much.
edge then?
Again, you're watching too much. Do you remember what I said right at the beginning? Well, I'll give you no BS. You know, like, so that's propaganda TV. You need to throw that idiot box out. Throw the idiot box out the window. All right. Cheers, guys. If you've got any other questions, I'm going to be here anyway. So, oh, there's some questions there if you're feeling up to it. The flat Earth debate. There's some great questions that not one person in the whole of Cambridge could answer. Yeah, I said I can't give you any BS. I don't know. Yeah, it would be a great one. I'd like to know that. Well, I know that, you know, like in the Maldives, I know that there is no tides in the Maldives, is there? And yet we over here in the north, we get like 30, 40 feet tides over here in the north. But the moon doesn't affect them. Well, the moon, you know, like does travel across the equator at times, and it has no effect on them. Tides in the Maldives? The tides that were given to us, they're saying that kind of like when the moon comes down, it kind of stretches the water out on both sides of Earth. That's what they say. It's all complete bull. I agree. I admit. I can't give you any BS. I don't know. I'll just stick to that. Cheers, guys. Yeah, I think they wanted to make a bit of a fun, little bit of a joke, but let's not give them BS. We can only tell them what we know. Yeah, I mean, maybe so, magnetic field. I forgot the actual terminology, but the sun, the moon, the earth, yes, they're connected in some way, without a doubt. They are connected, and it might be to do with magnetism. And yeah, but it certainly isn't the moon. That doesn't make sense. As in the moon, the way that they describe it, I should say. So Harry's doing another conversation here. We've got another conversation going on here. How awesome. And we've got some nice music here. That's nice, isn't it?
I don't mind
Right. Have you enjoyed yourself?
some macadamia nuts.
As
As a little snack while you're waiting for your dinner.
Is it just not itself, is it? Lovely.
Really nice. Got a few.
No. Well, thank you. He's in his element. He's loving it. Anyway, you have to tell him that this hat suits me better than it does him. Yeah, just tell him it doesn't suit him as good as me, and I should keep it.
He bought it out for me actually.
Did you?
We went, take that hat in case you get hot. And I was like, okay, but I've been wetting my head when I go to the toilet.
Yes, I am. I'm always live. So yes, everybody can hear you. Oh, it's nice that the shades come out. You know, well, all this lovely, isn't it?
I've heard out loads of saying to the park leaflets, all the students.
Yeah,
Interesting.
it's really good. Yeah, I'm coming back here again.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, there's Sven over there, looking over there. Yes, I'm definitely coming back here again. We've been going to Speaker's Corner, and none of us ever enjoy it really. It's quite hostile sometimes.
It's not a place to be, is it?
Yeah, and we've had a few little smart asses here, but I'd say 90% been respectful. It's been okay.
90% are engaging, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're prepared to listen.
Yes.
And engage. So
I mean,
that's all we need, really, isn't it?
That's all it is. You know, someone asked me before, you know, like, what's the purpose of this? And yeah, we literally just want to talk to people and just get them to start asking questions.
Question stuff.
Yeah. I don't know what age it is or when we give up on that.
We were looking at the stars a couple of months ago, me and Dean, we were looking at the stars, you know, the plough. It's not a plough, it's a question mark.
Yes. That's the way we should be looking at it. Yeah.
That is telling us, the stars are telling us, question everything.
Yes. Well, that's what I've been saying. Everything. Put it back on the table.
The stars are telling us that.
Yeah. It makes sense. Yeah.
Don't they?
Of course.
Like, hello.
Yeah. Well, all the lights in the sky are telling us. You know, question everything. Yes. This is not. I could sit down. I've stopped drinking beer for this year, and I could go and get myself a beer and just sit there and listen to the sky.
I know.
Lovely weather.
Do you need anything? Do you want anything?
No, I'm okay. I've got water and.
Do you need any food or anything?
No.
We've got some fruit over there.
I'm fine, thank you. No, I'm full up on a nut. Thank you so much. Oh, excuse me. Sorry. No, just look, get your camera out, start taking pictures. That's it. No. Yeah, take some pictures.
No, but I'm just puzzled by the fact that we're still having this debate
even today. It should be settled a long time ago. You know what? You know, like with all these flat earthers, I consider myself a flat earther or globe denier. Okay.
So you believe that the Earth is flat?
Don't believe. No, I have. I do. I know things and I don't know things, and I suspect things. Okay. I hate that word belief and all that. It should be used in a different context. You know, I think.
So what should we use?
So you know, like. I see land that I shouldn't be able to see. You know, like there's obviously a mathematical formula, which is that one there, and yet we can see land so far away, and we shouldn't be able to see it. It should be like if you stand in Calais, if you look at the White Cliffs of Dover, we should, based on the math, we should only see 50 feet of the highest peak. But if you stand there at Calais, you can see it all its entirety. You can see the whole lot. You shouldn't be able to see that. If we lived on a globe, and there should be a big body of water, you know, over the top. So I've done my own experiment with where I live in Devon. I stand on the pier in Brixham, Devon. And I look across the bay and I can see Exmouth. Not only can I see Exmouth, I can see Exmouth Beach and people walking along the beach, along the coast. 17.5 miles. It should be, based on that, it should be about 40 odd feet of earth curvature above. I shouldn't see anybody on the beach. The whole beach should be disappeared. But I can see them, they're there. I've done my own experiments.
I saw something interesting recently on the flights from USA to Singapore.
Yes.
And how do they get there?
Well, it's kind of, let's have a look at this, for instance. I can look at, that one there is an old, that's what the Air Force used to use. It's an old age map of the world.
Yeah.
Pilots used to use a flat Earth.
It's fine,
but yeah, look, I was trying to get you to this one. This one here. It's a bit blurry. I should get a better one than that. Let's say that you're coming from would that be Sydney or Perth? I always get them back to front. It's one of them anyway. But to go to Santiago, rather than just go the shortest route around a ball, which would be the shortest route, all of the flights go all the way up to like either Germany or Saudi Arabia, and then come back down. All of them do. None of them actually go around a ball.
Singapore. How do they get to Singapore?
So Singapore is going to be so kind of here, aren't they? Around about here. About there, is it? Yeah.
I like this map.
Which one?
So, this one.
Yeah.
So now this is.
So Singapore and.
So wait. So this is North and South America, right?
Yes.
And then this is Australia.
Yeah.
And then where's Africa?
Yeah, I think that they've kind of like I think this one was just showing them flights. I think that's all that was.
This is where this is now.
Yeah.
Because take one example.
No, that's right. But we were trying to put in a different.
So
I was trying to find another map for you, but we haven't got anything, have we?
If you took that perspective,
no.
It turns things.
Yes,
around.
that's
So
right.
Hence for me, I still want to use believe, because believe it doesn't mean that it is 100%, but it means based on certain facts.
Yeah.
Or
can we not just say we don't know? It's
know.
like belief is like the enemy of knowing.
No. So we as human beings, we're just concerned with trying to explain things.
Yes, we have to, and we shouldn't do.
No, but why shouldn't we?
We should ask questions, but if we don't know something, let's stop.
We need to admit that we don't know.
That's right. Let's. But they throw in it's a theory or it's a scientific theory.
But what does a theory mean?
Well, the best evidence we have at the moment, and but that doesn't mean it's a fact.
No, fair.
So they should literally just say it's an agreed story.
I didn't read about force of gravity, gravitational force, but it's a fact.
Sorry, gravitational. I mean, could there be other explanations for what is perceived to be gravity?
Unless you can prove it otherwise.
Okay, but they never.
Prove it otherwise.
Okay, but Sir Isaac Newton never proved that gravity was real anyway. That was again a theory, not necessarily a fact.
We built on it over the years.
Okay.
And even some of the best scientific ideas that we come with are building on that. Anyway,
no.
Waiting there, always will discuss.
All right, buddy. Cheers, buddy. Thank you. We've just started into gravity and he had to go. Oh dear. So he got his bit of a point across and I just about to go for it, and that's a shame. Yeah, I think he got stopped and his partner was waiting. You've had some great conversations. Yeah, I've been watching, I've been trying to keep you off and just have the microphone. And
yeah, I was getting a bit tired and I'll come across this physicist who was getting his stuff and he was getting his...
I just brought him over to here. He took one look and ran off. That's it. Yeah, I just brought him up here. And he said, "Oh, I'll be back." I said, "Oh, I'll wait for you. That'd be great." I stood around waiting, and you're right. I mean, right. I suppose I'm gonna call it a day on the stream, I guess. Let me go and say goodbye. You're still here for 10 minutes, aren't you? All right, okay. That's one. I mean, he's still there talking. 2 conversations going, but I'm gonna start wrapping it up, guys. But let's just say goodbye to Lisa and see how she's got on. I told her that she needs to get her skates on. But artwork can't be rushed, I guess. So let's just see if we can... if she hasn't finished, you're going to have to imagine it. Oh, I'll check out... befriend me on Facebook. And I'll sign you up to my page. And then I'll get a picture. And we will put that picture on my Facebook page. Let's see where we are. Oh, she's going like crazy. I thought you were wiping it all off. Oh, great.
We're actually done.
I like that. Yeah. It's very good. And just even with that, people will get that, yes.
Yeah. I had to miss a few characters out. I really wanted to get the Joker in it.
Yeah. Yeah, of course, but time's against us. That's very good.
It's surprising how long it takes, but it really did take no long.
Told you. I'll get your printer and we'll print it out and we'll just stick it on the floor.
I'm not even chatting. Thank you very much either.
All right. How awesome. How awesome, guys. Now, you're going to take a picture before and after you spray it, yeah? Because last time
I've already taken a picture.
Oh, you have?
No, sorry. I've already sprayed it. So
Oh, right, okay. Well, that dried quick then. Because yesterday it didn't dry at all for ages, did it?
Oh, yeah, that's different though.
Is it different, like materials, chalks and that, or? All right, get you.
No, that'll be very quick. Almost instant.
Oh, you what?
It dries very quick.
Yeah. The sun's blazing here, isn't it? All right. Awesome. All right, so we're only just around the corner. And we'll be walking past this as well, all of us. So,
I'll back up and I'll take photos.
yeah. All right, okay. Anything you want me to take over there now, or just leave? You'll be fine. All right then. Lisa, say goodbye. There you go. All right, so there you go, guys. I think we're done. Yeah, that's me hat. Yeah, I know, I don't normally wear hats. I think it suits me. I'm looking at myself and I think it looks okay. So, by the way, I'm not interested in opinions. I think I look okay. That's good enough. Yeah. I've enjoyed today. It's been fantastic. What a great day here in Cambridge. We're going to stick around here for a couple of days. Oh, sorry, no, we're not. I think we're going off to Norwich. And then we're going to stick around in Norwich for tomorrow and do nothing, and then we will see you on Monday. So, let me just show you. I got a crowd full of people again. I'm still going to have to put my phone down and call it a day, guys. But awesome. Yes. Thank you, Critical Inception, and anybody else that are putting the links in. Thank you so much, Ricardo. And I'm not sure, have we had Vertex here today? And Tapper and everybody else that has been helping out with the channel. Thank you so much. Yes, so we've still got a few more days to get round. We've got a special guest, definitely a special guest for me on when we go to Leeds and Preston. So looking forward to that. Guys, come and visit us in Preston if you're about. We're going to end the tour with a nice dinner somewhere at the end of the tour. It'd be great to see, to have 20-30 offers on the table. So if you're going to be in Preston, you're invited to dinner, but you've got to pay for yourself. We can't afford to do that. But it'd be nice if there's a gang of us. You're very welcome. If you're a Globe believer and you just want to turn up for an argument, no, you'll be ejected from the table, and then, as Nathan says, you'll be warmly welcomed the very next day, which we won't be there. Okay. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it here today. Oh, it's getting noisy. So yes, until Monday, guys. I say Norwich, 12 o'clock. Sorry for being so late today. Sorry guys. Never know where to stand here. Yes, and thank you for everybody else that joined me. I can see a few of you. I can't say hello. I actually read all your comments, and sometimes I haven't got time to respond to them all. So keep them comments coming, because I read everyone. I take notice. If you've got any questions, you want me to ask something or study something or whatever, even if you're a global believer and you want me to study something, you know, like I'll do my best. I'm not a closed book. So there you go. Yeah, please, you know, send them comments. And again, I may not respond, but I'll always read everything I can. So, thank you so much. Yeah, can't really get a lot of people being part of saying goodbye. But I say we've got Harry here. We've got a small little gang of us here, and we've got a gang of us over here as well, all, you know, sat chilling. It's been hot today, so they're sat down and chilling. It is absolutely beautiful here, guys. I wish you were here with me. So anyway, until Monday at 12 o'clock, guys. Oh, and don't forget, thanks for all your support. And if you would like to donate, buy me a coffee, and that's at buymeacoffee.com/globeli. Thank you so much. And again, for all those who have donated, so many thanks, especially Authentic Intent today. He bought us about 10 coffees. Oh, absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for that, guys. Right, there you go. See ya. See you later. Bye.